Jason, this is Blake. Can you hear me talking to you through my mind?
What? Blake?
Jason, I am talking to you through my mind.
Blake.
I am in the bathroom at the Pilot's Lounge.
What are you doing, Blake?
On this episode, you're going to make Blake look like a star. You're going to compliment him.
Out of my head.
You are going to think that he is the best co-host ever.
So handsome. Blake is handsome and smart and cool and funny and sweet.
Open your
Huh? Started.
We shouldn't podcast with our eyes closed.
I think we should. It's Couch Pilots, all of my friends, the show that dares to fly into the unknown territory of awful television, pilots of the past. My name is Jason. I am a captain of industry and of this plane. People call me the Black Bricklayer, and across from me is my main mason. It's Captain Philip Ressister. Good evening.
Ooh, I'm one of the Freemasons.
You're my main Freemason.
The Freemasons started off, and that's how the Illuminati came to be. Originally because they broke off from the Freemasons and made the Illuminati back in the 1700s.
Illuminati sounds like a reflective material you'd have on your clothing in the 1980s.
Yep. But it is no more. Just for all you
Conspiracy theorists,
there is
all
no
you wise
more,
guys.
There's no more Illuminati.
No.
It was in the 1700s.
All gone.
It disbanded quickly after people were like, you guys are a bunch of assholes. The Rockefellers have nothing to do with it. Just conspiracy theories out the door.
Turn on the TV, turn it to Fox News Network, and everything you see
Yes.
there, that's exactly how it is. There's nothing
Thank
secret.
you.
You're welcome. No smoke and mirrors, right? No hokum.
Just straight up Fox Network news.
Yeah.
Believe it. Don't believe anything else.
Believe it until you see it. Fox News. That should be their slogan.
Believe it till you see it.
Believe it. Now you've seen it.
I was really excited to not get a call from Trump about this plane and wanting us to go over and bomb Syria.
Yeah, as being one of the most high-tech planes on the planet, the former Air Force One that, Barack Hussein Obamacare used, I think that it's very likely this plane could be called into action.
I'm just waiting for him to call us and say, "Hey, I want to use this your airplane as a decoy."
Can I close my eyes now? Because if I close my eyes, I feel like I'd have President Trump right in front of me. Hit that again.
Today, I'm going to ask you guys to use your plane as a decoy.
President Trump, what an honor. I bow to you and I honor you.
Thank you. It's really good stuff.
Very good. Oh, boy, what a great day to be alive. What a great day to take a flight.
It's a great day to be a Raider. Am I right, guys?
East Peoria Raider?
Yeah.
Oh,
Didn't
boy.
they ever do that? It's a great day to be a Raider?
Sure. I think they did that in the morning announcements, and then everyone sighed and rolled their eyes. I have some news, I guess. You know how we are alcoholics?
Yes, I have been known to be labeled that. And
They say you can't drink before you get on a plane, but we do it.
we do whatever we
And,
want.
we're
Sky Cops. We do what we want.
We have carte blanche, right? Whatever we want. That's
Carte blanche?
Mm-hmm.
That's why my arm's been itching so bad and I've been scabbing up because I have carte blanche.
You're gonna want some sort of topical lotion for that.
Some
for sure.
Sab.
Great car. I was in the pilot's lounge and Fookmee was cleaning it.
Why is she doing it naked? I said DSJ, she doesn't have to do it naked.
She doesn't have to do it at all. She's not a captain. She's not supposed to be in there.
She's not even. We don't even write a check to her.
Yeah. I don't know.
He's like, she likes it. She likes it.
I appreciate her moxie. Okay?
She's got a nice set of moxies.
She really does. Especially when she's bending over to clean between the crevices.
Mm-hmm. The other day, I had her do a water sample in the hot tub just to see her bend over.
And how'd that go?
I never got the results. If you know what I mean. By not getting the results.
I don't really. I thought it was an appropriate place to laugh.
Rim shot.
But I was in there watching her befuddledly I think that's a word. Clean. And there was a man that came into the room.
What?
There's a man, and he said, "I'm here to look at your liquor license."
And you were like, "Hey, she's not even my wife."
Oh, nice! A liquor license. You know what I'm saying? And the guy, I actually know the guy too. It's weird.
Okay.
So I brought him onto the plane because he needs to inspect the airplane.
Oh, in the bar at the back of the plane, there's a bar. We do have a bar, but
We have a bar bit. Chewit. That'd be a great name for a gay bar, wouldn't it?
It'd be a great name.
Barbituate.
Yeah.
Bar.
Bitch. You it.
Tag. Barbituate.
Hashtag barbitch you it. Okay, so
You see how organic that is? See the ebb and flow that we have?
people don't realize that before we push record,
We get real drunk.
we get drunk, but then we don't talk about anything. And people are always, we've had a lot of people say, "Oh, we're better at improv than you," blah 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 blah. But for 130 episodes or so, we've never talked about anything prior to.
No, there's no reason to do that.
No.
No.
Organic. Eat organic. Listen to organic podcasts.
Everything organic. You put good in, you get good out. Mm-hmm. So I brought him in I know him from way back. And his name is Derek, and he's here on the show now. Come over to here.
Hello, gentlemen.
You could use your normal voice.
I literally had to clear my
Oh,
throat.
okay, because I'll say you won't be able to do that for the next 2 hours.
No. I was already inspecting your main bar.
Oh, okay. So in the pilot's lounge, you inspected that bar. Are we good or
flying fucking colors?
Okay.
Derek, can you take your headphones off just for 1 second?
Yeah. Don't even worry about it. I'm just here to observe.
We have you wear headphones because the plane is really loud and
pressure.
and a lot of times you have to hear control tower.
I don't have any gum for my ears.
All right,
so,
just take them off for a second.
Just take them off real quick.
Yeah.
Blake, he's been drinking at all the bars he's been inspecting. He's been drinking at each of them more than me. He makes me look like a goddamn woman.
You know what? He's not the first guy to make you look like a woman.
What?
Feel like a woman? Hello, Shania
Damn.
Twain. Damn, son.
I just think that.
Just keep him liquored up. We'll be fine.
Well, we haven't paid.
What?
To have our liquor license renewed since we started. We just started bringing booze in
Just
here.
don't talk about it.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's against federal regulations, and we have to keep him distracted, I think, with booze.
Okay.
And keep him intoxicated.
Okay.
So keep feeding him alcohol.
I will. All right. Cool.
All right. So everything, all the gauges look right.
Yep.
All right. Sorry about that. Go ahead and put the headphones back on there.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? I don't want you guys to worry too much. I mean, one, I'm just here to observe. I'm here to help you. I'm here to serve you. I mean, everybody gets this scary idea.
Would you call us your master?
I wouldn't do that. No, no man is my master.
Would you call me an ancient one?
I would call you an ancient one, for sure.
Oh, boy. Well, it's nice to see you.
Can you put your seatbelt on real quick?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a little freewheeling sometimes.
Safety first, then teamwork.
Safety first, teamwork, then keep him loaded.
And keep them real. Right?
Keeping it real, always.
Always sure. Keep it real.
Season 13, episode 6, we're keeping it real.
Yeah, I hope you don't mind we record a podcast when while you inspect our Air Force One.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm down like a clown, Charlie Brown.
You are not. Yeah, okay. Charles Schultz was an asshole, right? Is that well documented?
That's to my understanding. Yeah.
He's a depressed guy, not unlike his signature character, Charles Brown.
Well, yeah, I would. Yeah. I mean, look at the two male leads. Mm-hmm. You tell me that guy didn't have problems?
Who's the other male lead?
Linus.
Oh, you think Linus is too? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say Snoopy.
Yeah, remember that dance Snoopy would do? Oh, I love it. Like his feet would shuffle.
Oh yeah.
I guess they all dance like that. I guess, right?
The arms at your side, just the shimmy.
Yeah,
I like
his feet would leave the ground.
Yeah.
Like
he was
high.
He was getting nuts.
So what is some of the things you're gonna be looking for today while inspecting the plane?
Well, I'm gonna look into age of the alcohol. You don't want people getting sick. You don't want something that's skunked. I mean,
expiration dates.
Expiration dates,
and
exactly.
And that we have the proper caps on them.
Proper caps.
Because of fruit flies.
Yeah, fruit flies, what have you. They're disgusting.
Don't bother me.
Exactly.
Because you belong to my friend Link.
What else do I keep an eye out for? Presentation. What you have stocked. I mean, really, it's my job. Think of it as like quality assurance.
Is there a talent competition?
I'm not going to say that there isn't a bikini part, but
Oh.
I'm not going to discourage it,
there any-
especially after seeing that young lady down in the pilot's lounge.
Fookmee?
Oh, yeah.
You
You
didn't
saw
touch
her.
her, did you?
I didn't.
Okay.
She's married
yeah.
to our tarmac worker.
There was
Down
a
syndrome
situation
John.
back in 1999. I look. I don't touch until I'm invited.
Okay, so you have a. We don't have to.
Yeah,
get
it's
into that.
really it's inconsequential.
It's not for me. It's not.
Nah.
I'm sorry. Well, we're gonna. We watched a television show. It's called Doctor Strange. Have you ever seen that one?
Well, are you talking about the new one or?
Oh no, I know. We'll get into that a little bit. Marvel made one for the movies in 2016. This is from 1970.
Oh, you're talking about the OG one.
Yeah, OG, starring OG.
Yes. Yes.
Have you seen that one?
I have seen it. I have seen that
thank
before.
goodness.
This super works out.
This very convenient.
This super duper works
Okay.
out. This is Blake. This is exactly how I wanted it to work out.
You know what?
wildly
And you did a
convenient.
great job at it.
So
And what was your name again?
What's that?
What's your name again?
Well,
Did you say his name?
No, I said I know him.
Oh,
That was me.
what do you want to be known as?
well, the official capacities, I just go by the name Ace Fellows.
Ace Fellows.
Yes.
Okay.
Tax purposes.
When he was young, he was Deuce Fellows. So this is interesting.
Yeah. I killed my twin.
Oh,
oh, mercy.
Yeah.
He had it coming.
Ace Fellows.
I'm Ace Fellows. I'm gonna check your bar.
Ace Fellows Esquire. You should become a lawyer.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
Take the
Have
bar.
you ever flown on a plane before?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't have the clearest memories of it, but then again,
Right.
my job does involve
Sure.
copious amounts
And
of
you
drinking.
work for what government agency?
Technically an offshoot of the FAA, but,
the Future Farmers of America?
close but no cigar, but I appreciate your candor.
4-H.
No,
Fourscore
not
and
4-H.
7 beers ago.
Federal Airline Association.
Okay, all right.
I've heard it. We've heard of that. We're pilots. We heard of that.
Right.
Yeah.
It was on the test.
Who said we didn't hear that?
It was on the test.
Okay. Well, and as we well know, we passed the test.
Yeah.
Whoops. We have listeners. You would think that we would not, based on what you're seeing and how we are, but we do have people who listen to the show, and then some people they're called fans, and sometimes the fans feed us back. Is that fair to say, Blake?
That's a perfect way to say it.
So,
Nourishment.
Yeah, absolutely. It is. It is
It is,
that way.
it is nourishment for our egos,
for our souls.
our souls, and for Satan.
Excellent.
So that last episode, Satan was here. I
Oh, he
think.
was all up on this episode. It was scary.
Go back and listen to that one, folks.
Yeah.
If you want to hear Beelzebub.
Don't spell it satin. We got some voicemails. 910 Pilots 1, which goes to be
It's
calculated to
910-745-6871. Call us any time of day, preferably right in the middle of the night.
Right. That's when the lines are the clearest.
Oh, you want crystal clear audio?
Right.
Call in the middle of the night.
We got 3 voicemails, 2 from one person and 1 from another person. And let's
Let's play them all out of order.
no, we don't want to play them out.
Okay,
You
good.
have to play them in
Do it
order.
however you want.
Here we go.
Hey guys, it's Tyler again. Had a correction from the last voicemail. The young lady who got ass stank all over Captain Rest Assured was Harper, not Dakota.
He's right.
I don't know how I mix them
He's
two
always
up.
right.
He knows more about us than we do.
And the Cheyenne, Wyoming comment, I'll privately send a Facebook message to Captain Rest Assured.
They do that?
Tell them what I was talking about on that, because I don't know if it'd be cool to actually mention it on the podcast. But he's kind of brought it up a little bit here and there lately on different podcasts. Anyways,
Micro League Baseball.
a couple episodes ago, you were talking about if Blake died, I would absolutely attend the funeral. I'm up for being an honorary pallbearer or whatever you want me to do.
Nice guy. Nice guy.
That's about the only reason I would have to come up to Illinois, really. Well, that and y'all got a shitload of craft beer breweries.
Welcome anytime.
That'd be another good reason to go. But definitely for Captain Rest Assured's funeral. So
Schedule it now.
I'm either going to have to go on a beer tour to see y'all, or one of y'all needs to kill Captain Rest Assured. Which I think would be okay. And yeah, it's up for the stewardess. But everybody's been loving on Jason a lot here lately on all the different podcasts. So I think he could be easily replaced. I mean, yeah.
Sorry, Blake.
It's okay.
Well, that's about all I got. So go ahead, get to dying. No, I'm kidding. We need you. You brought everybody together into the Fakakta Comedy Funhouse. Even though it's not technically there, it's still there in spirit.
Okay, that's the first part of it.
I like how that man said
I got
Fakakta.
cut off last time, so I'll make it quick.
Last time on Tyler.
Yeah, Captain Rest here, don't really die. You know, we love you. All of your frequent flyers and all of your friends. And don't let couch pilots die. Because we love it. At least I do. As long as you putting something out, some asshole in Mississippi's going to be listening to you. So you got that going for you.
Right. That's it. That's all I got going for me, really.
Anyways,
What
I
else do you
reckon
need?
that's about it. We'll holler at y'all later. Take care.
Love that guy. Tyler is the bomb, is what the kids are saying nowadays.
Ace Fellows, Tyler is a guy that none of us have ever met, but he's from Mississippi, and he knows more about the history of all of our shows and the network than we do.
Wow.
And going back 11 years.
No joke.
How did that come to be?
don't know.
I'm just curious.
I don't know.
I used to be a really good podcaster and could keep people listening.
I was listening the other day. He said I was listening to episode 15 where you like break it down or whatever. I went back specifically to listen to that episode. I don't think that's the right episode. You seem to have it pretty well together, and you had that interview with the guy from Split Lip Rayfield.
Yeah.
I'll find it. It's fine.
Yeah. It's around there.
The Wyoming thing. He says I want to keep that on the down low. Can you talk about that? Or are you comfortable talking about that or not?
Yeah. No, I'll be happy to. So this was the private Facebook message.
This is yet another callback from a time that before I was even.
Oh, yeah. This was 2 wives ago. The shitty town in Wyoming was in reference to your ex Cheyenne, and your prank phone. And the prank phone call was when you called a record store to tell them you bought a Tim McGraw CD, and now it burns when you pee. And I forgot that we had done that.
Wow.
That person who can't be named did at one time when I first started. She played a character Cheyenne. And I can't say her name because I've gotten letters from lawyers saying don't say her name and her husband's name, which ironically, my name is Blake, and that's his name.
And you can't say if this person used to be married to you or not.
Tyler said it in the message, so that's how I let that go.
Yeah. I think we should start breaking that law and start talking about it more.
Do you want to?
No, I don't.
I don't think people want to hear.
I mean, I know I'm a government official, but rules are meant to be broken, gentlemen.
Thank you
Look at that.
very
See,
much.
Ace.
I like that guy.
Ace, right? Like
Ace
he's earned
Ventura.
that name. No, Ace Fellows.
Oh, Ace. I'm Ace Fellows. Okay, now I remember.
Okay.
That bird better not ruin my credit.
Tyler, thank you very much as always for calling in. We love him. And thank you for saying that you'll be a pallbearer because, to be honest with you, all my other friends are very weak, like muscle-wise.
Very weak.
So you're going to have to be at the head.
We might have to just put your body directly on Tyler's back.
Could you just put the casket on his back?
Like
Yeah.
a papoose?
Yeah, you could papoose him.
Yeah.
You could be papoosed with Tyler.
Tyler, can I papoose you? All right, here we go. Get another voicemail. Ready? Thank you again, Tyler.
Yeah, thanks, Tyler.
Hey guys, it's Ann. I'm just calling to say I'm super excited for this year's up there and teach and perform. maybe Jeff West could give out some free samples of the body butter so ladies or guys, if they want to, can lather up and feel sexy and ready to learn. They don't call me Cinnamon with an S-I-N for no reason. Speaking of names, since I've had DSJ Jr. full-time, I've had a lot of people ask me if I'm okay. So I think I'm going to change my name to Annie. Just getting that out there. Annie's sweeter anyways, you know? It's more kind, which is not what a stripper is at all. So I kind of like that. But anyways, looking forward to it. I will talk to you guys later.
CouchCon. She's
I cut out during that part of the message.
Yeah. Annie was what she wants to be named. Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? But she's going to do a pole dancing demonstration
at CouchCon this year, and I think we've got it down to the Pontiac Silverdome and New York City.
I went on ahead and I signed the papers
for Pontiac Silverdome.
No, for Madison Square Garden, the Silverdome.
And I know it's infested with silverfish.
Right, but I'm worried about the lead in the water and stuff. So we're going to skip that. What we're going to do...
You ever done any regulations up in Flint, Michigan? Or,
no. No,
okay.
I steer clear of that.
Smart, probably smart.
It's too much of a garbage fire.
What do they say? If the water is brown, drink it down?
If it's black, send it back.
Yeah.
Very good. So Annie, which is what we're going to start calling her now.
She's okay.
Yeah, she's doing the first... she's the first booked guest. We've talked about CouchCon. Tickets are on sale now. Just go to Amazon.com.
We've opened it back up because it turns out the seating at Madison Square Garden is much more than the previously sold-out general admission.
So those are available. And with more fan feedback, we have the second big event at CouchCon. And this comes from...
Well, first let me just say thank you to Annie for her voicemail.
Annie, thank you.
You got some
thank
frequent
you,
flyer
Annie.
points. And of course, Annie
that was good, right? That was a good one.
Annie is, of course, DSJ's not wife, but ex-girlfriend, ex-lover. They had a baby together,
DSJJR.
Yeah. So thank you, Annie, for the voicemail. We appreciate it. We look forward to working with you closely on your striptease act.
Definitely. Dee Dee writes in, if CouchCon is at Madison Square Garden, I will challenge Lori Garcia to a wrestling match in banana-flavored custard.
Well, that sounds hot.
It's delicious.
My response was, best add to CouchCon event ever.
Yeah, I think that. I mean, if we have
that
trouble selling
that could
tickets,
be the main event.
Oh, without a doubt. Usually, the main event would be like, "Hey, it's CouchCon. You and I are the Couch Pilots."
Well, last year
they would come see us do a live show.
Yeah.
We would probably move that to earlier in the day and have the banana fight.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking to myself. And Dee Dee puts, make sure it's banana flavored. That way, a certain captain will refrain from licking us.
Hey, this captain over here likes banana just fine.
Me, this captain right here, doesn't like banana. And my response was, me no banana, ha ha ha.
Me no banana.
Let's see. You want some more fan feedback, don't you?
The thing is, we love fan feedback.
Oh, we love it. These guys are all racking up points.
And just in case you don't know,
let me clear my throat. Sorry.
Anyone who contacts the show, they're called frequent flyers. People who download and listen on a regular basis. Right. We automatically enroll them into our frequent flyer program. They get points. They're accrued for goods and services rendered. You can have surprise prizes, right?
Oh, always surprise prizes. Used underwear,
signed aviator glasses.
Can they be used at the duty free shop?
Duty free, I get it.
Because I like to shop at the
nice
duty
job.
free
I
shop.
don't get it, and I don't know that I would like it if I got it.
You would love it.
Okay.
Underwear, duty free.
DUTY, like someone's duty, right?
DUTY.
Like poop. I get it now.
We do have signed posters. And also, you can go to our Patreon page, patreon.com/couchpilots. There's 4 tiers of rewards that you can donate toward.
Anytime people contact the show, they rack up frequent flyer points. We have 2 pachinko machines. They keep track of all this information. They're 7,000-pound non-electrical machines. We don't talk about it very often anymore. But one came from the North Atlantic that Big E got when he fought James Cameron for one. So call, do with that information what you will. But yeah, we're always excited to get fan feedback. It's probably our favorite part of the show.
Yeah. And Dee Dee sent this to me personally just like person to person, but I'm going to share with you because it is fan feedback.
Yeah, good.
Hold on. Hold on. Excuse me, Ace. There's a lever I got to push here.
Oh, no, it's all good. Again, just here to observe and enjoy and to help.
I'm going to go ahead and this doesn't happen very often because this is not a screenshot. This is the real deal Holyfield. I'm going to play it right now. This is a video from the Smithsonian National Museum in Washington, D.C. It's a gorilla who had a baby just born and is kissing it and cleaning it off.
That's fucking precious.
You know what? My response was, not going to lie, I teared up a little. Love those gorillas. Wish I was one. I love gorillas. This is adorable. This really makes you think. It makes your heart warm.
You could take this on the surface and be like, this is wonderful. Is there a deeper meaning that she sent this to you for?
Yeah, I guess so because because I said that and then I thought it was dead at first, but then it started moving around. I was like, okay. But she says, this is the story behind the video I sent to you earlier. Watch a critically endangered gorilla be born in a U.S. zoo. And this happened just today. This just happened today.
News.
Breaking news.
You heard it here first, 3 weeks later on Couch Pilots, folks.
Mom Kalea delivered baby Moke and cuddles and kisses her moments later.
Now, isn't Moke slang for a hot lady?
Yes. A U.S. zoo has welcomed the birth of a male western lowland gorilla this week, a breed listed on the critically endangered due to disease and poaching. The Smithsonian National Zoo and Conservation Biology Institute said it was the first time in 9 years an infant has been born there. It was named Moke, meaning junior,
Hot lady.
Junior, hot lady, or little one in the African language, and is bonding well with its mother. Guys, I mean, if that doesn't touch your heartstrings,
No,
what
that's
does?
amazing.
If you think about it, we see things happen on the news. We're bombing Syria. People are starving. There's shooters everywhere. But a fucking baby endangered species gorilla. Jason, I see you're teary-eyed. I appreciate that.
I don't know why people are starving when there are gorillas available to be eaten.
No, we don't eat the gorillas.
That's poor attitude.
That's really bad. That was
poor attitude.
inappropriate. That was not PC at all.
If there was a gorilla section on my checklist,
I'm actually very upset with you right now.
So you're lucky.
Like we say a lot of stuff. We just joke about. But
Yeah.
I can see in your eyes that you would eat a gorilla.
I would.
Gorilla
if I was
meat.
starving, sure I would. Would you guys not? If we were starving, you would?
I don't know if we can continue this.
Oh, I
podcast.
think that we probably can. I just press this button right here.
I'd eat a human first.
I just press that button.
But
I'd
then
eat a
again,
human too.
Yeah.
I think the line is insects.
I don't care if you eat a human. You don't eat an endangered gorilla, the first one born in the United States in 9 years.
Tell you what, you talk to me like that, you're going to be endangered. All right?
Hey.
You hear me? Hey, you hear me?
I'm sorry, my headphones were off.
Oh, I was saying you look great today.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
I like your Outlaws hoodie. What does that mean?
It's the Outlaws dirt track stock cars.
Man, I see in Fight Club the strongest and smartest men who ever lived. All this potential, and I see squandering. God damn it, an entire generation pumping gas, waiting tables, slaves with white collars. Advertising has us chasing clothes and cars, working jobs we hate so we can buy shit we don't need. We're the middle children of history, man. No place or purpose. We have no Great War, no Great Depression. Our Great War is a spiritual war. Our Great Depression is our lives. We've all been raised on television to believe that one day we'll be millionaires, movie gods, and rock stars, but we won't. And we're slowly learning that fact, and we are very, very pissed off.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
That Pee-wee's Big Adventure
Timeless classic.
is arguably one of the most quoted films in history.
Oh yeah.
And that quote right there, it says it all. I think that was on in the third act.
Yeah.
Yep,
Right
that
around
was-
the part with Large Marge.
Yeah, Large Marge actually. Yeah, that's what makes her eyes pop out of her head is hearing that monologue.
Yeah.
And
It's moving.
It's so iconic. I've never seen Pee-wee's Big Adventure. but I know that quote. That's how iconic it is.
Mr. Herman, paging Mr. Herman.
Nice.
That may be the best part of the movie.
It truly is, actually. Because I do that to anytime I'm on the road going from airline to airline, like if I'm really bored on the road, Mr. Herman, paging Mr. Pee Wee Herman.
And how he like keeps looking at the camera. Oh my God.
I like your style, man. I dig it.
Today we discussed the pilot episode of Doctor Strange from the year of our Lord 1900 plus 78.
Whew.
Great year.
Fantastic here.
What?
I didn't have that plugged in. I'm glad I noticed it. The batteries were almost dead, but I caught it right at the last second. Mark that down on our liquor license.
You know what?
I'm still
checking
sober.
off under Hero.
Thank you.
Some other asshats in my line of work
Right.
would be like, "Oh, that's how unprofessional." No, that's Hero level shit.
That is some hardcore shit.
I think
just did.
outside the box.
I
That's
just
why I've been on this
saved
job
this
for so
fucking
long.
show.
Fucking nailed it, and that's the kind of ingenuity you need in the air when shit's going sideways.
Thank you. High five that shit.
Kadoosh.
Very good, everyone. All three of us.
I'm pleased with how that went down.
1978, I was negative 3 years old. I remember it not clearly because I didn't exist. I was just, like we said, a ghost in heaven.
Did Eric Clapton drop you from a balcony?
How dare you? How dare you say that? Every episode you find a way to slip that information in.
How can you fucking buy that guy's CDs? He dropped his kid off of a fucking balcony.
How can you say that and then like be pissed when I want to eat a gorilla?
Because gorillas are endangered. There's Claptons all over the world. Right? Am I right?
People first.
1978, I was 3 years old. 3 years old.
Oh, so you were 3 and I was negative 3.
Yeah, because there's 6 years between us.
But we always say that there was like, I thought before that when you were 12 and I was 6, that was the halfway point. But I'm half your age here too, or,
Yeah.
or kind of.
It still counts.
That's not math.
Ace,
Yeah, you're right. He's
how
right.
old were you in 1978, Ace?
I was not born either.
So how old were you?
I was negative 74 years old.
Negative 4 years old.
Negative 4 years old.
I thought you said negative 74.
Negative 74. I don't know.
You're not even born yet now.
I feel that my soul gets recycled a lot because I fuck up too much to go see Jesus, so whatever.
Were you beatboxing there?
Some fat ass beats there, Biz Marquee.
We don't have the right. It was going to be a rim shotter, but we don't have the right setup for the rim shot. Or at least you don't know how to get to it real quick, and I could. Don't try.
Hold on a second.
Wait, do you have like
So,
sound effects in your cockpit? That's amazing.
What was your punchline again?
What was my punchline? I have a feeling I get reincarnated a lot because I just fuck up way too many times to actually get to hang out with Jesus.
Awesome!
There it is.
Oh wait, no, hold on.
Say it again.
I feel like I get reincarnated a lot because I just fuck up way too many times to get to hang out with Jesus.
Boom, boom, boom. Now let me hear you say, way-ho. I say boom, boom, boom. Now everybody say, way-ho.
That's not it. Do it one more time.
One more take? All right. Hold. Okay, fine. I feel like I get reincarnated a lot because I fuck up way too many times to actually get to hang out with Jesus. Hey!
All
Jokes.
Right. Now we can continue with the show.
It'll play in Peoria.
If Richard Pryor can play in Peoria, so can you.
For sure.
All right, I found the right one, guys. 1978. I can't, like, I've seen television shows. You know, I watch Barney Miller just like the next guy.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Remember Fish?
I remember
was just gonna
Fish.
say that.
Yeah, Abe Vigoda. I love Fish. Right, great guy.
Abe Vigoda with a little marinara sauce.
Gabagool. Little Capicola.
Montebello. Yes.
I love you.
A
It's
très
amore.
bien. This is
My favorite-
This
my
is gonna
favorite-
be the best job I've had yet.
My favorite thing is he did that little thing the other day, and my son goes, "Why are you doing that?"
Well, he said that because I was like 3 inches from his face, which is understandable. You question it, but
Was his mustache tickling your nose?
fair question.
he's got a better mustache than I do. I watch the TV, I see the movies, I read the books, but I wasn't in 1978, and that's when this pilot happened. So we have to go back to 1978 in our minds. It's the only fair way to judge this pilot, Ace?
Right, Ace,
Okay.
because it's 2018. This was 1978.
It's a long time ago.
A long time. 1978, they didn't have Band-Aids.
No.
Okay? They didn't have Metamucil.
Nope.
No.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, not even...
Nope.
Not a thing.
No, thank you.
Beyonce,
Who?
exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You had corn husks, not Band-Aids.
Right, you had...
You had cod liver
papooses.
oil,
You had papooses.
not Metamucil.
Yeah, Sade.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Oh, Sade.
Who wouldn't fuck a Sade, right?
Well, I'd take Beyonce over, but we didn't have that option back then.
No, it wasn't a thing then.
It was only Iman.
The-
You know Iman?
No.
But Bowie's wife?
Yeah.
Nice.
Which one of Bowie's wives?
She's the hot black model, the Nubian goddess.
Yes.
Oh, she was in Black Panther.
That's right. She was the black part.
Yep.
So what happened in 1978? Things that we can grab onto and put our minds back there. One thing was that the first Garfield comic strip debuts in United States newspapers.
Think about that right now.
Yeah.
We know Garfield. Like, Garfield is a staple. Back in 1978, he just came out. So now we can add Band-Aids, Metamucil, Courtney Cox, Garfield.
There was no one there to tell us that Mondays were to be hated until
Right.
he came along.
And back then, as soon as this came out, the comic strip came out, lasagna sales spiked out of this world.
Yeah, and then I think the post office got overrun with packages to Timbuktu
And everybody started naming their dog Odie.
and Ermel. I think people knew that they hated Mondays. It just took an orange cat to really bring it to the public consciousness.
It was the zeitgeist. if
Here-
you will,
here's
the-
my
the
question.
Avatar of hatred for
Odie's
Mondays.
neck was super long. Do you think that had any
Careful.
relation to the size of his penis?
There it is.
Oh, is that what you're saying? Careful about?
I just knew it was going to be something phallic. And it was.
You gotta admit that dog's design is rather phallic.
Oh, yeah. It looks like
general.
his body is his nuts, right? And then his neck is his shaft, and his head is his penis head.
Well, and his big floppy ears are his balls that are sagging.
Oh, I thought he's got balls at the top and the bottom?
He's a mutant.
The more balls the
You don't
better.
have balls at the top and the bottom of yours?
Of my penis?
Yeah.
I got two at the bottom.
I got two at the bottom, one at the top.
Yo, what? You got a ball at the top of your dick?
Yeah.
You might want to see a doctor about
No,
that.
no.
Okay.
Molly likes
you're,
it.
You're looking at Blake, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought I was worried maybe I had not enough balls.
I mean, unless you're like the lead singer of Crash Test Dummies.
How many balls does he have?
He's got 3 balls.
Did he keep them all?
He did keep them all.
they
Why do
all
you think he has
functional?
such a rich baritone?
I would have guessed because of the balls, because that's what we're talking about, but I don't know
yeah,
for sure.
no, 3 plums.
How do you know that?
3 plums, none the richer.
He talked about it on I Heart the 90s
Really?
and confirmed it.
How did he confirm it? By showing it?
He said it. He admitted to it.
I feel like that. I love the '90s is like this, like, kind of like a little bit of what we're doing here, talking about that time frame. But no, I don't think anyone could think back to the '90s. And be like, oh, you know what takes me back to the '90s is that guy who has three nuts.
Yeah, it's not an instant go-to.
Okay, so it's just kind of a tangent that they go on.
A little bit,
Testicular tangent.
Testicular tangent.
Nice.
After nearly 30 years, the Volkswagen Beetle stops production, having manufactured 20 million cars.
My son every time he sees one, he gives me a slug bug.
Right.
But he doesn't understand. Like, I'm watching the road so we don't die, and he has just random time to look around. Actually, we were in the car with you.
I heard you say it to him.
No, but then he got one. It was, or I think it was maybe it was the next day. There was 3 of them in a driveway, and he popped me 3 times in a row.
Oh, he went whole hog.
Oh, it was on the way home from your house. I was at your house.
My daughter will sometimes just grab the steering wheel.
Jesus,
I said, don't do that, honey.
take the wheel.
That's pretty cavalier.
It is.
Nice.
And I drive a Cavalier.
It's a fine automobile made by
It's
GM.
made with ingenuity.
It is made with ingenuity.
Guys, we got to focus. 1978.
Gold reaches an all-time high of $200 per ounce. I don't own any gold, I don't think.
You don't?
I have some gold records, but I mean, not the gold. It's just like I have an album that eventually had gone gold.
Worth the investment.
I've got some fillings, some gold fillings from my great grandparents.
Like they were fillings in their head.
No, it's filling. Yeah, in their mouths and in their teeth. I have them in a medicine thing.
And they're in your mouth now?
No, they're in a medicine cup thing.
Oh, I thought it was like
You saved them in a pill bottle.
Thank you.
I thought it was like when they died, they pulled their gold fillings and then you put them into your mouth.
No, when they died, they pulled the gold fillings and put them in a pill bottle.
There you go.
That's weird, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's gold.
It's gold.
If I wanted to right now, I can make a ring off of it.
But it's weird
Yeah.
to say, oh, here's a corpse
what they
that has
did in
valuable
Schindler's
metals
List.
in it.
But that's what they did back then.
I know. I saw X-Men First Class.
You also
okay?
think it's weird that I call my wife mom.
Yeah, because I don't want to be like, ooh, give it to me, mom. I wouldn't, yeah, but you
How
do
about
that.
this? Give it to me, mom. Give it to me, mommy. This is gonna.
You need to loosen up, man.
This is gonna take forever.
You gotta loosen up.
That's the shtick.
Ace.
though. Like,
Ace. Here. You want some more?
I do actually. You know, y'all sound like you're well versed in traveling in your minds.
give me a beer. Give me one of those.
My
please.
time
I'm gonna
traveling
take one.
methods are a little bit different. I'm what some people clinically might call functioning alcoholic. I believe in the power of time travel through booze. Now I've checked out. Thank you. I was just gonna say I've checked out your main bar, your bar in the back on the plane. Checking out the.
Hey, no. Ace, we don't have one in the cockpit.
Noticed
Be cool.
your
Be cool.
fine facilities here.
Be cool, man.
Hey, be cool, Ace.
You realize I'm the Fed here, so you get away with whatever you fucking
Well,
want.
if we don't get away with it, we're gonna get grounded.
Don't worry, I got the president right where I want him.
I think this is better. I had a Pabst Blue Ribbon at that wrestling event.
Yeah.
I think this is better than that.
Oh, PBR is better, but it makes me have diarrhea the next day.
And the doodle butts.
But actually, drinking those out of those pints, that's what Chemo Slice likes. Drinking them out of those cans are better than these cans.
They taste better?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
It doesn't taste as bad as I remember it tasting. Ace, why did we choose to watch Doctor Strange? Do you know? There's three reasons, three things we look to time and time again that are qualifiers to whether or not we can watch a pilot.
Why don't you lay it on me?
I'm going to say it. Do you mind if I say it? Or do you want to do
Oh
it?
no, go ahead. It's been a while.
Whomever. Been a while.
We usually ask our guests. Sometimes they know, sometimes they don't.
Actually, this is the first time they've ever passed it completely on. They've usually
I mean,
tried.
I can
but
give
no,
it a
no, it's
college
fine.
try.
Oh, yeah, please.
Okay, well, I'm guessing in like one circumstance, it had to have failed in some capacity.
Very
Either
good.
it never aired, or maybe it only aired once, and then it just didn't become what it was intended to be.
Very good.
There's
You
right.
pulled it off.
There's three
If you
things.
keep talking, you'll pull it off. Good.
Okay.
That's number one. You
That's
got
number
it.
one.
Well, it's three things. We file that under one episode. failed.
I'm assuming, again, just going out on a limb. I'm just a humble, drunk federal guy. That accessing it has to be free.
That's
gratis.
That's 2 and 3. That's 2 and 3.
You got 2 and 3 in the same sentence. Amazing.
Holy shit!
High five that shit.
Kadoosh.
One episode and done. Available to be seen.
And free.
Free.
Good
You
job.
nailed it. That's,
God damn.
Ace, great job.
you don't need to pass shit off to me. You got this. Oh boy. And so we say, if it's available to be seen, where can we find it? We can find the entire episode of Doctor Strange by subscribing to Couch Pilots and Apple Podcasts or your favorite podcast app of choice. And then simply click on one of our classically blue links in our show notes. Or download the app for Daily Motion.
and check out all the commotion.
Oh, that was neat.
See, Ace, the key to that is to have rhyme.
Prepare for takeoff, please.
People love rhyming.
It does play well.
That's why they like
Notice
rap
that.
so much.
Exactly.
Oh, DSJ. Oh, Fookmee is on. Oh my.
She's naked outside now.
And that woman, damn,
Her legs go up to her neck.
days.
It's a real problem.
Yeah, we need to talk to him because she cannot be on the runway with no clothes on or very little.
Even you and I have standards here. We're trying to have a society here.
Right.
A civilization, if you will.
Yeah.
Summary of the pilot. A psychiatrist becomes the new sorcerer supreme of the earth in order to battle an evil sorceress from the past.
I'm going to give it an A-. I mean, it's straight to the point, no faking.
Cooking summaries?
Cooking summaries like a pound of bacon.
I
Like 10 pounds of brisket. Do you guys still smell the brisket when you come in the house?
Mm-hmm.
No, seriously. I still smell the
I
brisket.
thought
when
I
come in the
smelled
house.
something delicious.
It was brisket. It was 3 weeks ago, and it still smells
I was
like brisket.
salivating. Not gonna lie.
thank you for not lying, first of all. Second of all,
He's a federal agent. He can't lie.
I'm bound by the truth.
does that mean you're constantly under oath, like your entire life?
Pretty much.
He's like Tommy Lee Jones.
He's honest ace.
That's why. Yeah, exactly.
I've heard of Honest Abe, but Honest Ace?
Hashtag Honest Ace.
I make Honest Abe look like a goddamn lying child molester.
We don't really talk about child molesting on this show.
Well, I mean, we do a lot.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we do talk about that a lot.
Okay.
Your molestation specifically.
Micro League Baseball.
Look it up.
Oh, here, I'm going to add another word to the story. Micro League Baseball and a Ziploc bag. Figure out the rest of that. Do you think I'm...
Nope, I'm not going to even think about it.
All right.
I sleep very well.
You won't after you hear the story.
We like to grade the summary, Ace, because the summary is it's yet another cornerstone of preparing ourselves to view the pilot.
Right.
And Captain Restisher says it's an A-. I agree. It's a great summary. It's one sentence. There's no fat on it. It pretty much gets down to brass tacks. Would
That's
you
a
agree?
lean, mean steak.
Yeah.
In my opinion. I mean,
very little marbled fat in there at all.
Yeah. No.
Which
To
I
the
don't,
point.
I don't mind a little marbled fat in my steak, but not when it comes to a summary, guys. Not when it comes to a summary.
It was straight up thriller, no filler.
Yeah. This guy gets
So,
it.
yeah.
It's kind of like our brisket that we had.
You guys stop talking about that brisket.
It was so good.
And start talking about interesting facts.
Interesting fact. Oh, wait. Interesting facts?
Question mark?
Interesting facts. Folks, if you've never heard the show before, welcome. This is a segment. iTunes says, hey, every part of your show has to have a segment name. Every segment has to have a name. So we named this Interesting Facts.
We had to. Our feet were against the fire.
Right. They were not going to allow us to be on.
And we had deadlines.
We had a timeline even. Jason has scoured the internet and found some interesting facts about this pilot that you may not know. And they might be interesting. They might be not. That's not for you to discuss with someone else. Ace, when you're listening to these, please, please, please don't state your opinion.
Don't react in any way.
Don't react in the slightest way.
Fair enough.
Unless you have a four-legged friend with you.
Well, that was going to be my follow-up question. Like, if I have... I'm a dog lover. I have 4.
Right.
So, if I want to discuss it with the mutts...
You can.
You can do it.
Sweet.
But
Paw Patrol engage.
But just you can't hear because we're right now. So if you don't have a four-legged friend, keep your opinions of the facts to yourself.
Damn mouth shut.
Thank you.
It's solely so you don't taint the experiences.
He said
He loves it. He loves it. He loves the word taint.
tainted love.
So he has a love about a patch of skin between the asshole and the nutsack.
That's exactly what the song is
yep.
about.
Yep.
You know
Soft
what?
Cell.
You know what? High five it.
Nice.
Interesting facts.
You never touched a taint with your tongue?
Oh, I'm sure I have.
You
Yes,
never
yeah.
lived if you had?
Ace?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
All day,
He's
every day.
a taint boy. Clear your calendars, fellas, because we've got an avalanche of facts here. Release date September 6, 1978 on CBS.
All right, so that wasn't... Would you consider September summer? No.
Right at the very end.
Early fall.
Right
Early
at
fall.
the very
Early fall.
Right at the very end.
Early fall.
Right at the very end there. Philip?
Different schools of thought here.
Hey,
Right at the very end.
it's right at the beginning of fall.
In a 1985 interview, Stan Lee cited Doctor Strange as the Marvel TV project of the 1970s that he wound up giving the most input, and noting he became very friendly with the director Philip D. Guerrera Jr.
Okay.
Lee added that next to The Incredible Hulk, this was the live-action adaptation of a Marvel character he was the most pleased with at the time. Lee was disappointed by the movie's low ratings, which he attributes to being aired against Roots 1977.
Fuck yeah.
And he said that Doctor Strange and the Hulk were fine, Captain America was a bit of a disappointment, and Spider-Man was a total nightmare. So these are all projects of the 70s and partly early 80s. Roots was a powerhouse for television.
It was a television event
Anything
with Lamar Burton.
oddly
Oprah
enough,
Winfrey.
Oddly enough, he was wearing his Geordie LaForge glasses the
No,
entire
he was.
time.
No, they didn't have
No,
that,
in Roots he was.
No.
He was on Star Trek and he wore those funky shades so he could see.
Yes, on Star Trek.
And he also wore them in Roots.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so I had the one guy from that weird animal show.
You're killing me, man. You got to own that microphone.
I'm sorry.
Okay. I want people to hear what you have to
Ben
say.
Vereen. Ben Vereen was also in it.
Get your mouth
Who
up
was
like it's a
in-
taint.
Was in that weird animal show that was on.
Zoobly Zoo?
Zoobly Zoo, that's the ticket.
Zoobly Zoo we went and saw that live with Garrett.
Shut the fuck up.
We went and saw it live with Garrett, and it was in the Quad Cities.
No, you did not. With Garrett?
Yes.
Garrett's only like 11.
Zoobly Zoo. That was with the band, right? They had this. There was a.
That's the Wiggles.
Is that the
No,
one?
no,
Yeah.
it wasn't the Wiggles.
That's
They had the animal noses.
no. He's
and-
talking about what's the Aquabats TV show?
No, it was not. No.
No, that was called something else.
Zoobly Zoo. Let me look it up. Go ahead.
There's
Just
no way.
talk amongst
May I have
yourself.
some of your mineral water?
Yes, you
by
had.
the way?
Zoobly Zoo was on when.
Zoobly Zoo.
That's the song. He's got
That is the
right.
song.
No, what's the one I'm thinking about? It's
I have no idea.
You know the Aquabats.
I'm aware of it. You gotta bear in mind, I don't have children.
Okay, no, you're right. It wasn't Zoobly Zoo. I remember that from as a kid. I'm gonna find out what we went and saw, but I do remember Zoobly Zoo. But it was not what we took Garrett to. We took him to something else.
I'm
But
going to read the.
I apologize for
interesting
interrupting.
facts.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Twinkie Winky, the Teletubbies.
No,
Okay, Google Aquabats kids TV show. All right.
it's not what it was.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Then how the fuck do you know if it's not the one I'm talking about?
Because it doesn't roll off my tongue.
Just
Aquabat Super Show.
no. There's a kids show. It's a really bizarre show.
What was it called? Fuck it. It doesn't matter. Go ahead.
Let's continue with these interesting facts.
Oh boy, it's gonna be a long one.
Well, Captain Rest Assured does his
I-
homework, or just I don't
I'm
know.
gonna look it up during the break.
It was a kids show. It was a brother, two brothers and a sister. They had a band.
Oh, the Naked Brothers band.
Bare
Just-
naked ladies.
That was one. The, Na-
It's
They might
been-
be giants.
the Naked Brothers band is a real thing.
Forget it.
Jonas Brothers.
Yep. Hanson.
Bop, 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 doo-doo.
Dibbidi-bop-bop-a-doo.
The
Doodle Bops.
Did I just inadvertently pop it out there?
Yes, Doodle Bops.
Fucking happy.
then you're
We're
right.
the Doodle Bops. We're the Doodle Bops, and we thank you.
I find that my alcoholism solves more problems.
Everyone,
than makes
please,
problems.
please tweet at Couch Pilots Pod with your best Doodle Bops meme.
no one knows what a doodle bop
I,
is.
They're about
Doodle
to
Bops
learn.
kick ass. They were awesome.
The starburst on Doctor Strange's costume is not his comic book outfit, while it is indeed similar to the one that ordains the costume on other Marvel Comics hero Captain Marvel. This particular TV movie costume starburst design is a telltale signature of this production costume design consultant and former Doctor Strange comic book artist Frank Brunner. Brunner uses his starburst on many different design projects and incorporated it as a more TV-friendly replacement to the demon symbol usually worn by the comic book Doctor Strange. Although not named, the creature that Morgan serves is visually inspired by Doctor Strange's comic book arch-nemesis Dormammu.
Dormammu.
Is that right?
You're welcome.
Thank you. While Morgan herself could be seen as being inspired by Dormammu's sister and Strange's foe.
Dormammu.
No, Umar. This is Umar.
Oh wait, his foe in the show. Umar? In the show?
No, this is inspired by the comic book.
Or are you talking about the Mordru?
Nerds.
Yep.
Umar. I don't know Doctor Strange. I know some Marvel stuff. I don't know.
I know
Doctor
everything about comic books.
This is super nerdy shit.
Morgan Le Fay appears as Doctor Strange's foe in this TV movie. Oddly enough, Morgan Le Fay was introduced to the modern era of Marvel Comics in Spider-Woman #2 after an appearance in A Dream in a Son of Satan #8. Good Lord. Just a few months before the date of this TV movie, and did not encounter Doctor Strange until Avengers numbers 240, 241, published in 1984, 6 years after this TV movie came out. Morgan Le Fay was the first Marvel foe to be adapted to live action. She was later joined by the Kingpin in The Trial of the Incredible Hulk from 1989 and the Red Skull in Captain America in 1990. Thomas Linmer is a replacement for Doctor Strange's comic book mentor, the Ancient One, a native Tibetan who was the former Sorcerer Supreme. Ooh. Relax, everyone. That's almost a comment.
Never.
Remade as Doctor Strange 2016, which added the character of Stephen Strange to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Benedict Cumberbatch
Okay.
portrays Doctor Strange in the 2016 version. At that time, CBS was also airing The Amazing Spider-Man, The Incredible Hulk. I've got two more. There's so many facts here.
This is a plethora of facts.
Director Philip Guerreri was given an ample budget for Doctor Strange, which he wrote, directed, and produced. The film was shot on Universal sets in Los Angeles, going over schedule by several days because of the special effects, which included a lot of the era's CGI and green screen. Friend and composer Paul Carrera was encouraged to produce an electronic score. Carrera, interviewed in 2016, said that Guerrero had high hopes for the film. And
He had
high hopes. And he was crushed when it tanked. The film was released twice on VHS in the United States in 1987 and 1995, and also had multiple foreign releases. Doctor Strange was released on for the first time on DVD in the United States and Canada on November 1st, 2016. Interesting facts. Over.
Woo!
I'm wiped out.
Yeah, that was probably the most interesting fact we've ever had.
Yeah, or at least the most you've allowed me to read.
What do you mean allowed you to read?
Sometimes you tell me to wrap it up.
I have an interest.
Well, it's because I don't want you to have another baby.
Yeah, that's good. And I'm trying to ward off STDs.
Oh, who cares about those? Just don't have the babies. An STD you can get medicine for. A baby can't get medicine for that.
Well, no, you can now. It's called Plan B.
Baby medicine?
Yep.
Twitter responses?
So, like, yeah.
Twitter responses. I wonder if Jason got some Twitter responses.
I did get Twitter responses. Yes, hip hop hooray.
2 in a row.
I know, we're on a Twitter roll.
Wah wah wee wah.
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey, Howard Stern's
penis.
Howard Stern's penis. Oh, mercy. Not a ton of actors in this necessarily, but the gentleman who played Wong, the Chinaman, is still alive and he's kicking. And thankfully he got a hold of the show. I said, greetings from the Couch Pilots podcast. We talk about shows that had only one episode. Next up for us is 1978's Doctor Strange. We're excited to watch it, and we're wondering if you had any fun or interesting info you'd want to share. Thanks. Hope to hear from you. This is Clyde Kusatsu, I believe is how you say it. He's been in a million things. He was in the original Hawaii Five-0. He was in the new version of Hawaii Five-0. He was in another pilot that we watched called Fugly, where he played the doctor who did the surgery to Nikki Cox's character.
Yep. Great.
Nikki Cox.
So he says, Aloha. Doctor Strange was a CBS 2-hour movie of the week pilot that Phil Guerrero created and directed. He also created Simon & Simon. I was honored to work with Sir John Mills, who played Lindmer, and Eddie Benton, a.k.a. Anne-Marie Martin, who married Michael Crichton. Didn't have the CGI like today. Too bad. He goes on to say, it's kind of cool to be Wong in the first Doctor Strange filmed. Paul Carrera created the score. We worked earlier on Farewell to Manzanar. He was the first Japanese American to be hired to compose a film score in a movie of the week. It was a fun shoot. I think he even goes on further after that. Let me take a quick look. I said, Mr. Kusatsu, what an incredible career you've had and continue to have. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to respond to us. Take care and continued success to you, sir. He goes on to say, hey, you're very welcome. Thanks for the shout out, too. It's great to know people still like the shows and enjoy them so the audience doesn't go away. And that's a good thing. Cheers to you all.
Awesome.
What a great back and forth.
Yeah, that's a polite mother guy.
Mother friendship.
He's a neat dude.
He's been working since the 1970s, continues to work to this day.
Yeah.
What an honor to speak
Was
to him.
he in Modesty Blaze?
I don't think so.
Okay.
As the Asian fella, like the servant there or whatever?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
That wasn't him.
No, but that's great. Thank you, Mr. Wong.
Yes, thank you so much. And you know what? Thank you, heel versus face.
When my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut.
Hey, folks, do you love wrestling? I mean, the entertainment of wrestling. Do you enjoy wrestling?
Of course I do.
Who are you?
I'm Kayfabe Kebmo, and who are you?
I am Bandwidth Bruiser Blake.
Hey,
How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Hey, we got a podcast. It's called Heel versus Face.
Yeah.
And it's unlike any other wrestling podcast.
It's not, some would say it's not your average wrestling podcast.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, before every pay-per-view we release like what, once a month?
Somewhere around there,
Yeah, we're not gonna flood your feed.
We're not going to overdo it. We're not flooding your feed, baby.
flooding your feed, baby. You say baby?
I say baby too.
Oh, awesome. No, but here's what we do. All right, we have somebody on every week, whether they know a little bit about wrestling or a lot about wrestling.
Yeah, or none.
Or none. Nothing at all.
Yeah.
We're going to have people on that know nothing about wrestling.
Definitely.
But we celebrate the entertainment, the joy, the pageantry of WWE wrestling.
Of course. And what does WWE stand for?
Walk with Elias. Definitely.
Hopefully this promo ages well.
We might have to do another one. But he'll get busted for drugs or something.
Yeah, definitely. But hey, join us whenever the podcast comes out.
Yeah.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram to get updates.
Definitely. If you enjoy just laughing and having a good time, we do our picks for the pay-per-views. We also have a bunch of little bits that we do. We sprinkle in like
a deep dive on Diva's Instagram pages.
Yeah, and we have all kinds of stuff. We have cut that promo.
Yeah.
And all kinds of stuff. So check us out.
On Apple Podcasts, your favorite podcast app of choice.
Thank you very much. What's our tagline? Oh, something about wrestling in ice packs.
Yeah.
We don't have a tagline.
We don't have a tagline. Listen to the show.
Awesome!
That is a very extensively long promo that was recorded once and once only. I don't know if you can tell.
Was that one take?
It was so professional. It was one take.
Fucking nailed it.
Would you believe they did not have a script for that promo?
You know what? You could have fooled me. I thought that was all scripted. It was so natural. Like, it seemed like the work of Burroughs. It was so fucking badass.
I like this guy. Ace, you're top notch in my book.
I fucking do what I can.
Your ace is ace.
This is where you break down the pilot.
Like what you did there.
I feel like
Chicken tonight?
Like, yeah. Yeah, do you got any chicken?
I had chicken fingers last night.
It's really hard not to finish that song, by the way.
I feel like chicken tonight. Like chicken tonight. That was Chicken Bake, right?
Oh no, it was its own brand.
Okay.
Chicken,
Wasn't it?
Chicken Tonight was the name of the brand.
Yeah. It was a 90s thing.
I don't think we can go through this entire pilot.
No, it's impossible.
This is a made for TV movie, like Clyde said earlier. It's like an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's like if you went and saw Doctor Strange
in the theater, it'd be like that.
No, it's a full-on movie.
Oh, full-on frontal movie.
Fully. Some sweet Morgan Le Fay side boob, too.
I quite literally have 10 pages worth of notes because it was so long. But I think we're just gonna have to hit the high notes. I think I'm gonna put do you have any notes?
Well, I got pros and cons.
All right, that's good.
Because okay, by trade, Fed dude, checking out airlines.
Sure.
Hobby wise, comic book guy.
Okay.
So I'm well versed in the world of comics from what is known as the Golden Age all the way up to now.
Which is what age?
Well, the Golden Age starts in about the 30s. You go a little bit older, it's the Platinum Age, but that's neither here nor there.
What are we in right now? What kind of age are we in?
What are we in now? We're in the Modern Age. We're in the Modern Heroic Age.
That's the name of the current age of comics?
Yep.
1978. This is a story about a man and his journey to magic. I love the phrase
Pretty
magic.
much.
I love the phrase magic.
Magic.
It starts with a lot of like dark images, sacred books, almost like pagan images. You know what I mean?
Well,
like
it almost seems like shows, a lot of cross media stuff, books, shows, movies, was really tapping into a lot of pagan, satanic, cult stuff. Like you were mentioning
the mystic
in
arts.
Your interesting facts. Some of the titles.
And
Marvel was doing at the time.
Thank you for not commenting during the interesting facts section. I appreciate that.
No, but you mentioned a couple different Marvel titles at the time that were popular then. Son of Satan,
Hulk Hogan,
and what have you. Hulk Hogan, Sammy Davis Jr.
One Eyeball.
For some reason, in like the late '60s up until like late '70s, there was a really neat thing about tapping into that. In television, movies, and comics.
Satan?
Satanism, the occult.
I think Led Zeppelin helped out with that a little bit, right?
They certainly did.
Well, this show starts, and what I can only think of is hell, or someplace like the same, where there's a big, weird, brick-looking mud man, devil.
Yeah, he was like on
eyeballs.
fire, and like he had. All you saw was his eyes, and
I think he had like 4 eyes.
there was something that was moving that looked like a mouth, but it was just flames.
Shitty Muppetish.
And he's basically telling this hot, big boobed woman that you've screwed up before, and you get one more chance. You got 3 days to find the ring.
Yeah, she said there's a man who's been kind of like protecting Earth, and he's about to transfer his power over. He's getting too old, so you have to strike now during this transfer time where it's going to be a week's
week window.
Yeah. So he sends her to Earth. It's Jessica Walters. Many people currently may know her, maybe not so currently, it's 10, 12 years old at this point, maybe a little older, from Arrested Development. But here is a young Jessica Walters that I want to have sexual intercourse with.
Oh, God and baby
Oh,
Jesus.
mercy.
Hop in the DeLorean, gun it to 88.
Can I go ahead and say there's going to be a bump?
Oh, yeah. There's going to be a
Is it the kind of bump that I'm thinking it is? Because if it's a bump in the pants...
Well, that and a point bump. A point bump in the pants gives you a point bump in the rating.
Ace,
I like that.
Ace, we have to rate the pilot at the end of the show.
Fair
and
enough.
sometimes there are bumps given for
And how it
a
affects
myriad
your
of reasons.
crotchal region.
That comes into
Plays
play on
in that?
occasion. Yeah.
Fucking A. I'm with Rest Assure on this one.
So the demon's saying go to Earth. They talk. He sends her to Earth, and they got an old sorcerer there, and he's weak, and he lives in the city of New York, but he lives in like a building that looks like a cave on the inside.
That's fucked up, right?
It's pretty weird.
Like you're supposed to be in Greenwich.
And
But,
they talked about how this was done on the sets like Universal or whatever. It's just like these fake New York streets, and then they pan, and then there's just this big, humongous house. Then you open the door to this, and it's all like speckled cave
It looks like a cave. It does look like a cave. And it's really dark. And
it's super.
It's like Yoda's house.
Yeah, Wong is walking around this thing for like 5 minutes at the beginning of the show, and I thought he was in a cave. I actually thought he like went down like
in a decent suit, no less.
You know what? I loved that suit.
It was a good suit.
Wong is the gentleman that contacted us via Twitter. So he lives in this house. What are you laughing about? Via Twitter? What did what did I miss?
You okay there?
I thought it was a good joke.
What you said?
Well, yeah. Based off what you said. You said. Say the last sentence you said.
What just happened?
Wong is the guy that contacted us via Twitter?
Right.
Wong and right. Okay, very good.
I don't know what's going on, but I'm with you.
Well, it's like right and wrong. Wong. Right? Yeah.
Two Wongs don't make it right.
We love you, Wong time.
Very good. Thank you, Mr. Katsatsu, for contacting the show.
You're a kind man.
It has nothing to do with him. The guy's name is Wong.
So
I'm not ripping on anybody.
The bad guys are talking about, hey,
sorry.
this is the time to attack, and then the good guys are saying, hey, we know they're going to attack us now because I'm weak. So you got to find this man who wears this ring. Because the ring is it's an image, and it looks like the image on the top of his weird house.
Yeah, it's like an A with two slashes through it instead of one.
Yeah,
and
it's like the Sorcerer Supreme symbol.
Okay, I ordered one of those at Pizza Hut the other day, and it did not look like that.
Wong goes to the hospital. So somehow they know it's Stephen Strange.
Yeah, he's like, go find this guy. The old man. I call him at the beginning for the first half of this. I call him Old Man because it don't have a name.
No.
Until halfway through this episode.
Yeah, you're right.
So he's like,
I called him the Master the whole time.
Okay. Well, I don't think that's really appropriate.
That's racist.
I don't know what you want from me.
Well, you don't say. Is there anybody that you would say, "Hey, Master"? You don't do that.
First year and a half of IBWIP, you made me call you Master.
That's true. I'm not gonna lie about that. That's true. Anyway, so yeah, he says, "Hey, Wong, go find the Stephen Strange guy."
Right.
And he goes. The next thing is the hospital, and Doctor Strange basically just came to work after having sex, and one of the nurses, Sarah,
he getting that dick wet.
He had already had sex with, and she's like, "Hey, we didn't talk about being exclusive."
I felt like he didn't get to pop that nut.
Oh no, he did.
You got that?
Yeah. And Sarah,
I thought she was like, no.
No. Sarah was like, "Hey, we never we had sex, but we have never talked about having sex outside of this."
Stephen Strange is a very
He's getting so much strange
He's a fine 70s perm man just getting ass on the
with
rag.
the stash tickling that stuff.
With a sick ass
He
stash.
should be called Dr. Steve Getting Strange, right?
Show.
But he's very trim. He's very form-fitting clothes as the time dictates, and yeah, he had a perm, which
ass 70s.
You like it?
Perm.
It was obviously working
Sick
for
ass.
him, but perms are just the worst.
They're the worst. But
Not in 78.
But you know what? Yeah, exactly. Because first of all, he has sex with somebody we don't meet. He's had sex with this nurse Sarah, who's hot,
just hitting it
and
and
then he
getting it.
has sex with
he kisses that nurse right there on the job.
Yeah.
He kisses her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right at work.
Yeah.
He's smooth as fuck.
Why can't I have a workplace like that?
It shows him talking to a couple patients. It doesn't matter who or about what.
It doesn't matter. It does matter. The first patient
It does?
is Mrs. Sullivan, and she
You
has
see the concerned side of him.
she has an ulcer.
I was just gonna say this. It doesn't
She has
matter.
an ulcer and a drinking
It doesn't
problem.
matter about these fucking people. All this little scene here is basically showing that he's a well-liked person and a good doctor.
He's well-liked, a fucking whore, but he cares about his patients. Like, hey, people like me, I'm going to pound some vag, but listen, I'm really worried about these
if you have an ulcer, I'm gonna let you spend the night at the.
You're going to say because you need to dry the fuck out.
To keep you
Like, I'm
sober.
not going to lie. Look how much I'm enjoying this quote-unquote mineral water right now. I want Doctor Strange in my motherfucking corner. He's going to be like, Ace, look, I'm worried about
boy.
you. Why
We
don't you
got a
just
long way
stay
to
the
go.
night? Have some of the hospital jello. Because
My name is Jello.
I'm concerned about you.
My name's Ace Jello.
That's Tracy Morgan and a Bill Cosby all at the same time.
Old Ace Jello getting pissed off at the bird, taking the credit card number and ruining my credit.
I got an ulcer. I need to spend the night and have some Jello.
Hopefully they face this on the East Coast before Aaron.
And there's an hour and 14 minutes left.
You get a shot of the
Best
city,
flight ever.
and it's confirmed. You see some noteworthy places like Times Square and stuff.
Yeah.
You realize, oh, this is New York City. And then on a taxi ride, Morgan Le Fay shows up.
Yeah, and she
I don't-
got
I don't
short
know-
hair.
I don't know why she needs a taxi. I don't know why
She's
she can't
trying
just.
to blend in.
I guess
Yeah,
why
sure.
can't she just walk around her?
But they're at a
teleport?
stoplight, and then a bunch of hoodlum kids
Oh,
start
yeah.
jumping, and like they're gonna
And
jack.
the one black kid gets like, oh shit, this white woman, I need to back the fuck up.
But before he says, "Oh, I gotta back the fuck up,"
They played the cicada
no,
noise.
he's like making faces at her
Yeah.
while a bunch of other kids are jumping up and down saying, "Hey, give me $1."
Well, that's how you really gave the business in '78. You
the
fucking-
business of what?
You fish hooked your own face, gave and said, "Bitch, give me $1," and then you
know
hear a
what?
cicada noise and you back the fuck
Makes
up.
complete sense.
Yep.
There's during this pilot, you hear a lot of noises that hurt your ears.
Yeah,
This is the cicada noise that Ace was talking about. It's anytime that she's around and using her powers, it sounds like a bunch of cicadas.
yeah.
And
In
she
the
does that here.
that was evil.
It scares the kids, and then she gets out of the vehicle and starts walking towards this campus. And there's a very like heavy techno Kraftwerk style music here pounding. She sees a woman. She's like, you know what? I'm gonna take control of that woman and use her to attack my enemy, which is the master.
Right, and she doesn't say anything. She just your
looks at
context clues.
It's all
and
context
this chick, who we later find out is Claire, is
I think it's Clea.
it was Claire, and Clea.
Yeah,
The Claire is very predominant until like the last 20 minutes of this show.
it's a little bit of a flub because for those who may know Doctor Strange history, Clea is like his protege and lover, and that's what they were trying to set up with
Hey,
that.
if you want to be my lover, you gotta be my friend. Anyway, she's hot as shit.
She's
and,
fine as fuck.
She's a good looking girl.
Yeah, yeah. So
She takes control of her body.
Sorry.
And no, it's fine. We got a long way to go. I know you know it. So the master's on the bridge. She pushes the master off the bridge. He falls down. You think he's dead. He's not dead at all. He gets
Not
up and
today,
walks
Junior.
away. But the woman's like, all of a sudden, she's not under the spell anymore. She's kind of like freaking out. Like, what happened?
Yeah, right.
WTF, mate.
So she goes to like her house and kind of freaks out there.
she's like watching TV on the little black and white, and she's like in a zombie kind of state.
Yeah, a little
Yep.
bit.
And she's like, it's just weird. You could tell that she's not right.
Yep.
Something fucked up.
The master goes home and he's talking to Wong. I think he says he's 700 years old.
Yeah, he's like, we gotta find this
He
girl.
ain't young.
And he's like, Strange has been found. The woman who's possessed here, who pushed me off, she's in trouble. She's now connected with this because she was
There's
possessed.
a doings transpiring.
She's a pawn, and they say a pawn can be used to capture the queen. And they're
gotta
talking
find that
about
girl.
Yeah.
Yep.
So back at the hospital at night, Strange roams the halls after looking after his patients, again showing that he's a good man and a good
Yes.
doctor, and he's a good person. And Strange, then he goes to his office, and I think on TV there's like Laurel and Hardy meet Frankenstein. or
Yeah.
something.
No, it was Abbott and
Abbott and Costello.
Costello.
Okay.
You know, Abbott and Costello.
Abbott! Ah! There's a mummy over there, Abbott!
They like sit on his lap or something. It's ridiculous. Anyway, the possessed woman who turns out to be Clea, she's watching it at home, and then she wakes up from watching the TV. She goes to bed, and Strange at the same time is sleeping in his office, and they together have this kind of weird dream where he sees her. And she's getting freaked out by images of Morgana Le Fay.
And it's important to know here that we find out right here that Doctor Strange works on the psych ward because we did not know that before.
That's true. Yeah. She
Which bothered me, but
she's definitely been altered by her experience. She's having nightmares. She's running through the dark. She's wearing this really like flowy, billowy blouse, which I kind of like.
Right. During this scene when she gets up to get her tea. Those jeans are fucking banging, man. Her butt is looking sweet.
This is a good looking woman.
She's a good looking woman.
It's weird to think that she's probably well into her 60s now, but that's like Ace.
Hey,
still hit it.
You know what? Ace.
But would you quit it?
Nope.
Not until she quit. When her heart does.
She have to tap out.
Oh! She wakes up from these nightmares. She sees like Le Fay in her apartment and around. She starts running. And I'm thinking, why has Le Fay tracked her down? What does she want with her? I feel like she could just
bothered me.
She could just pick and choose anyone she wanted to kind of do her.
She's grabbed a broad
bidding.
off the street.
No, she saw this girl and she's like, okay, this is the one I'm going to get because she reads books or whatever. But she saw, okay, this is a beautiful woman. I'm going to use her, and that's why she picked her.
Okay.
Yeah, and then so the cute girl is like in some kind of zombie state. She runs out into the streets of New York, and a cab almost runs her over.
Cab driver
and she's
looked like
right in
Cliff
front.
Clavin.
She's right in front of the Luna Lounge.
Oh, is she really?
Yep.
That's funny. I didn't realize that.
Well, I'm glad I did.
Did anyone else feel like the cab driver looked like Cliff Clavin? Just a smidge.
Like a heavy set Cliff Clavin.
I had a moment where I was like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah, he's like, "Who are you?" And she's like, and he's like, "Where are you?" And he's like, "Get in my cab. I'm gonna
be a good citizen."
Right. So he
in 70s New York.
Right, and the cab driver drives her to the emergency room.
Like, good on you, mate.
They take care of her.
This is a city that's filled with graffito buses, and you did that. Good on you.
Doctor Strange is asleep in his office. He gets woken up and called to the ER, and he sees her and he remembers her from his dream, and he inspects her and physically she seems fine. And so they're trying to figure out what is going on with this broad because nothing. He doesn't think he's like, oh, that's bizarre that I feel like I've seen her in my dream.
Right, there's no head injury.
Yeah,
you know, we got to do some lab
very
work.
Logical at this point.
Right.
So then Morgan Le Fay,
the kissing bandit. Do you remember her?
Yes,
A little bit, Joey, a little bit.
She was in the hospital there, and they don't know each other yet. I think she has an idea that who he is or who he's going to be.
She definitely knows who he is.
It's like a dreamscape familiarity.
But he can sense there's...
Say that again?
Familiarity.
He can sense there's something weird going on, but he doesn't know her from Adam.
Because of the music.
Yeah.
You can tell there's something weird going on because of the weird synthesizer music.
Exactly.
What is that thing? A Thuman?
I don't know.
Theremin.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Nailed it, kid.
They find out here that they're back at the house, the weird cave house in the middle of the city. Wong.
That makes no sense.
Wong is confirmed to be like this, the student, the pupil, and also the friend of the master.
I would say caretaker as well.
At this point in his weakened state, I would definitely say.
I would say servant, but that would be inappropriate.
Yeah, it's wrong.
So they're talking about the girl, and I was like, at this point, I'm thinking this girl's been around long enough. Why don't we know her name?
Right.
And then also, why haven't these two guys contacted Strange yet? Wong was literally in a elevator
with them.
Why didn't they make an attempt? I feel like they've only got 3 days. What are they waiting for?
Plot devices.
I guess so.
Yep.
So Clea's now in the psychiatric ward, and she doesn't want to take her medication. So there's kind of a bit of a freak out there. And Strange takes her into another room to kind of help her and isolate her. Right.
Right. I call this the pill line, and I used to work at Zeller, and so there was such thing as a pill line. I mean, it was like that, and everybody got in line, and you got your medicine.
Did you ever have to dole it out?
No, I was not able to do that.
I
marked down when they got it, but I was not able to provide it to them. But she gets up there, and the nurse is like, "Here's your pills," and she's like, "What are those for?" And will they make me go to sleep? And she's like, yes.
She flips.
And she flips the fuck out. And she's
Right.
like, no. And this nurse is like the older nurse. She's a bitch.
She's a fucking cunt.
She is
ragamuffin cunt.
Thank you. I don't say that word very often, but
She's Nurse
I
Ratchet
will.
for sure.
I spent time in England, so it's okay that I say it.
okay.
It's freewheeling over there with cunt.
Okay. All right.
So
Wong and the Master, they leave the house in a taxi, and then the Master uses his magic hands on the door.
That's how he locks his door.
He
with
like
his
creates
magic
it's
hands.
like a magic barrier, so no one can.
I wrote down, old man locks door with glowing hand.
High five it. A glowing hand.
Morgan comes walking down the street, and she wants to get into this house, right? She wants to get into the old man's
I
house,
just want to get in.
but she knows there's got to be some kind of force field.
There's warding.
So then she traps the mind of this stray cat. He goes up to it, gets zapped the fuck out.
Yep. Cat gets
Out of there, kitty cat.
Ace, what do you think they did to make that cat freak out at the door?
I have a couple theories.
Have you thought about this enough to have a couple theories?
I have. Catnip, like high dose catnip. Tinge unit.
Just going boo.
Pop rocks. And boo.
Pop
Yeah.
rocks.
Thanks,
like
bae.
like you wait, and you hang it.
Oh, shit.
The doctors and the nurses back at the hospital have a meeting.
There's a staff meeting. Got to have those staff meetings,
Strange
baby.
is late, and he's very
He's
compassionate.
habitually late.
He is. He's looked down upon because he's compassionate. These people have the county general kind of treat him and street
No
him mental.
nonsense.
And they're
Bureaucratic bullshit.
How many beds are open? How fast can we turn them around and get them out? That's Zella right there.
he defends the fact that he's not giving medication to who they're calling Jane Doe at this time because again they don't know the name, and even as the audience we don't know her name.
Right.
Yet.
Nope.
The Master then shows up at the hospital looking for Jane Doe, and he uses his mind magic to get to her. It's the Jedi mind trick.
Yeah,
action.
he like talks to two different nurses, including the, as you would say, ace cunt nurse.
Cunt nurse.
And he
Stand by it.
makes them say whatever he wants them to say.
Blake, what would you do with mind magic if you had mind magic?
If I had mind magic, I would make you say a bunch of nice things about me all the time. And number two, I would make my wife think I was as sexy as Finn Balor.
Aw, boy, that's
Loverly.
maybe wasted mind magic. How about you?
How about me? What would I do with mind magic? Oh my god. I would convince. Well, no, I'm already able to do that. I would convince Cutie Honey to be a little bit cooler from time to time. Cutie Honey is the anonymous love of my life. What else?
Mind magic.
Mind magic. I would command my fucking beasts that live in my house because I really get pissed up when I wake up in the morning and there's poop and pee in my kitchen.
When you wake up and you know you're gonna see some shitty and some pee.
Yep. And then I'm gonna have to mop it.
Mind magic. If
Those
I
are
had
the two biggest things. And
Freight train those motherfuckers.
And I would say to a lesser extent, I would convince people that own superpowers figures to give and or sell them to me at a reasonable rate.
Do you know what else I would do?
with mind magic?
With mind magic?
What would you do?
Is I would have people that were in front of microphones own those microphones.
Oh yeah, pretend like get
Not
off.
just sit back and chill, but to own those microphones.
But that's only if you had.
What would you do, Jason? Most importantly,
I would do the same.
No, what would you do?
Probably similar to Ace. There, I would probably I would go and take control of the local animal population and use them as my army to do my bidding.
Yeah.
And my bidding isn't evil. It's just like chores and
much like a Disney movie.
Yeah.
By the way, I just want to throw this out there. It's because I want to make sure I'm on point. With being a federal agent and up to certain regulations, am I owning certain things?
You're doing great.
Yeah, am I? Yeah. Fair enough. By the way, like your haircut, like what's going on.
Thank you.
I dig it.
I'm halfway to a pompadour, so that's what I'm going for.
Fucking rock that pompadour.
He's more of a mamador right now.
He got that sexy ass pompadour.
Right now, I'm in a mamador. I like Mama Mooey.
I like what's going on your
Thanks.
head.
Thanks, buddy.
Both of
I think
them.
it's a little. The cut is a little young for me, but
Fuck it.
Thanks, Ace.
Fuck it.
High five that shit.
Kadoosh.
Shoo shoo.
Kashushu.
Shibbery shrew.
So
High five.
Kashushu's with the master, and Dr. Strange here meets the master in his office, and there's saying he's walking around with a drawing of Jane Doe.
Yeah, he's like, this
Lots
is...
of drawings in this
Yeah.
movie. Charcoal
Hello,
style.
my name is
Simon,
and
and
I
I like to do
drawings.
drawings.
We're never going to finish this.
Don't fucking worry about
I
it.
got 2 pages left.
Common
You
do
gotta admit, I'm the
drawings.
best fucking Fed you ever met.
I've got I think I've got 6 pages left of notes.
Well, I don't space. You
that's a
space,
good
I don't
job.
space.
Should
That's
we
a
just
good
skip to
job.
the end? Should I just skip to the
No,
end?
no, fucking milk that teat.
Well, here, let's do it this way. Let me take the lead.
Please.
Yes.
Jesus, take
the wheel. I got a feeling that you and I, we got a thing going
All
right now,
right,
man.
here we go. All
That's
right,
what's
guys.
up.
This is the abridged version of the next hour of the show.
Rocket sauce. Let's do it.
So Doctor Strange goes and talks to the old guy, and which is now Thomas Lindemer.
Sure.
No, what is it? Lindemer. You're the nerd.
Wait, are you talking about the guy that
The old
played
guy.
Thomas Strange? The old guy? I don't remember the old guy's name.
Who's-
Doctor Strange is played by Peter Hooton.
No.
He was
I
also-
meant in the show. His name is Thomas Lindemore.
Yeah,
Lindemer?
yeah. It was
Lindemer.
fucking
All right, here's-
something weird that's not canon.
Here's what happened. All right, they go meet. He's like, "Hey, no, wait. Okay, yeah." He explains the whole thing. This is where he explains the premise of why who Doctor Strange is. Hey, your parents got in an accident.
Right.
It should have been you that died, but they protected you.
Yeah.
They give this ring. Blah blah blah. Yakety yakety.
Yeah, the signet you ring.
Claire's in a coma right now because the Dr. Taylor gave him Thorazine. A whole bunch of stuff happens, and then the old man's like, "Hey, you have these powers. Do you want to use them?" And he's like, "No, I don't.
No, I do not.
I don't want to use them at all." And then he says, "You know what? Just try this. I'm gonna go into this trance or the sleep state."
Yeah.
Then there's special effects. If you were tripping on acid, you'd lose your fucking
Badass
mind.
78 psychedelic
Oh,
Steve
man.
Ditko fucking bullshit, glowing hands,
Hurt
what
my
have
eyes. You see a
you.
demon horse.
Gold, demon horse, what have you.
The girl with the big boobs.
Bingo, Jessica Walters.
Yeah. And so we find out that Morgan, the reason why she hasn't killed Doctor Strange yet, because she's had opportunities,
Yeah.
is because she has a meta milk boner for him, and
Oh,
she
for
wants
sure.
to fuck him.
Yeah, there is a
Right?
sweet ass makeout session. There's some Jessica Walters, Morgan Le Fay's side boob. What up?
There's 2 types of Morgan you see in this. Morgan in the present day with short hair.
Yeah.
Morgan
Which is-
in the satanic place with long hair.
Satanic Morgan with long hair. That's what's up.
All day, day.
Yeah, I want to touch it, want to hold it, want to pull it.
She's very old too, I believe. And
Fuck it.
no, I'm just saying that she's like, hey, I've been here worshiping and
Oh, yeah,
working
she's
for
like
you for so
she's
long,
like 600 years old.
and I miss the touch of a human being.
And I was
Yeah.
like, I raised my hand. And Mom,
Yeah.
was like, "What are you raising your hand for?" I was like, "This
Like,
woman
I
wants
want
touch."
to get fucking demonic on your Vaj.
So they go through this whole thing. There's this horse night guy. He says
Yeah,
something.
that weird ass dude.
Yeah. So they get back, and so Doctor Strange calls Sarah, who's the nurse, and he's like, "How's Claire doing?" And she's like, his vitals, sure, her vitals are okay. And what's the number you can be reached at? And he's like, I can't. I'm on the run.
Yeah,
That was
that was
ridiculous.
weird.
That would
That
make
was
no
fucking
sense-
weird. Just
no
all of a
sense at all.
sudden, oh, Doctor Strange on
Yeah,
the run.
I'm on the run.
I took that
like
as like
Richard Kimball.
I took that like I'm out running errands or
Oh, no,
I'm
I-
out moving around. That's because
No.
the nurse didn't react at all. Like,
Oh, yeah.
oh, you're freak, you're on the run. Oh my god, he was like, I'm just out on the run doing stuff. What? You want some? You want some
A
more?
little bit more of your mineral
take-
water.
take
I was
it
trying
up.
to be subtle about it,
So
but never mind.
The demon guy has come back, and
You're talking about main demon guy with the 4 eyes.
right,
Yeah.
and like
The
there's
shitty ass
and
muppet.
he's like, okay, Morgan, here, and he like makes all these like weird lights go to Claire, who is still in a coma. She gets out of the coma because Doctor Strange comes back, and the demon says, "Hey, Morgan, if you fuck this up, I'm gonna make you an old lady and ugly
Yeah.
and old."
It's
And
like, bitch, I'm going to warn you.
Next thing you see is Claire playing pool in psych ward of the hospital.
Yeah.
And this is
Best
where
psych ward ever.
Yeah. This is where you see the weird ass sexual tension between Claire, who just came out of a coma, and Doctor Strange. You're like, what the
still
fuck?
wanting and touching.
Next thing you know, he's walking her home, and they decide to have a dinner date.
Well, yeah, kind of like, oh, maybe you can help me study.
Oh,
I shouldn't be able to do that because I'm your doctor.
There's a lot
I'm not your patient anymore.
Yeah, a lot of
while
flirty
we
banter.
walk
Yeah.
clitoris touching.
Right. And then Doctor Strange is like, I got to go back to Old Man's house. And he goes back to Old Man's house.
Bizarre-ass Pueblo.
Oh, I don't know where we're at.
You don't know where we're at?
Keep it going.
All right, so they go back. He goes back to Old Man's house, and he's like, no, I don't want this. I don't want to have these powers.
Yeah, no, he
and
wants nothing to do with
the
it.
old man's like,
Tough shit.
You got these powers. He's like, nope, not going to do it.
Hashtag fuck off, you got to do this.
Thank you. Goes out into, Dr. Strange leaves the house, goes out into the rain. There's a little black cat right at the foot. He's like, oh,
fucking goddamn
why don't
black
you
cat.
come in here and get one? This is not his house. He doesn't know if this cat
Why
lives
is he
here.
inviting strange cats?
You're uninvited, black cat. Black cat comes in. He closes the door. Guess who the fuck that black cat is?
Fucking goddamn Morgan Le Fay.
Fucking Morgan.
Did you guys know that?
Yo, I do it instantly.
And she's like, I came in because of Stephen Strange. He allowed me in.
Yeah, it's just
and
like
sitting there all busty and awesome.
it's just like a vampire. You cannot. They cannot come in your house unless you invite them.
A bunch of fucking horse shit.
Right. So she comes in, kicks Wong's ass, kicks old man Lindamore's ass, and boobs.
Yeah, oh sweet ass.
This
Lots of
movie
boobs.
should just be called Doctor Strange Boobs because it's just boobs all the time, and I don't mind it.
Right now I'm perspiring because there's so much stuff going on in this. Okay, so Claire's getting ready for her date. She's got a flowing top on. Her butt is showing.
Yep.
And Doctor Strange just like shows up, and they're like, he walks in and they're like, "Are you ready for a date?" She's like, "I just need a second." Next thing you know, she's like, "You want a cold beer?" She's like, "Yeah." She's like, "They're in the fridge."
I'd rather have a hot bath.
And then he's like, "Yeah, I want a hot bath." And she's like, "You can't have that, but you have a cold beer." Next thing you know, they're fucking making out.
Yep.
They have not even went on the date yet.
Nope.
This motherfucker doesn't even have to take him to dinner.
In his defense, it was the 70s.
I love the 70s.
This is mid-coke,
right?
pre-AIDS. This is the perfect time to be alive.
Perfect time.
He's so smooth. He knows that she's this young girl, and he's a doctor, and he can just come in and do whatever he wants.
Oh,
and
he's
goddamn
cooler
if he
than the
doesn't.
other side of the pillow.
So he's getting his beer, and Claire's in the brushing her hair again, and all of a sudden she screams because Morgan is in her room.
Bitch.
Back into that mind shit, and Morgan says, "Hey, Dr. Strange, come with me." The girl he's about ready to go on a date with is passed out on the bed. This person doesn't, just appears into the house, and she's like, "Come with me." So he's like, "Okay, I'm cool with that. I'll come in with you." They go to the underworld, and this is it's almost like a porno. It's like a 70s porno-esque. The music,
borderline Russ Meyer film.
Yeah,
It's like porno mixed with Satan tempting Jesus.
Yes, and that's my favorite. And she's like,
That's
Morgan,
your favorite?
Yeah, Morgan's like, "How can I please you?" And he's like, all of a sudden he has his robe on, and
he has the
she's
Doctor Strange
she
pseudo
keeps
vestments.
She keeps offering him.
oh,
things.
all your desires, all your
All
desires,
of
whatever
your
you want.
desires.
And she starts kissing him, and he's like, "Ooh, you got cold lips." I'm like,
the cold lip
who
thing.
the fuck cares if she got cold
why
lips?
the fuck you give a
Fuck
shit?
that shit.
Look at them titties.
Put your penis between those
yeah,
titties.
yeah. Ski.
So Morgan kind of they lay down in bed, and she's like,
They lay down on stone because it's weird. underworld shit.
Before we have sex, you need to take that ring off. And he's like,
I can't.
No.
Only the master can take it off.
And so he refuses to take it off. And then him and Morgan get in a fight. And then boom, he's back to the master.
He says that chant again.
Yeah.
And then he sees the master pseudo paint and shit in a tree.
Yeah.
They cut back to the they don't say it, but pseudo sanctum sanctorum, and the master passes
So
out.
then the demon comes up and he's like, "Hey, Morgan, you fucked up again. You failed again.
You done fucked up.
I threatened you before. Now I'm going to make you an old lady, and nobody will want to have your seed."
white wig on the planet.
Oh, it was gross.
She looks way better today than she does as an old woman in that
Sure.
show.
Yeah, no shit.
So she turns into an old lady. We go back to the old man's house, and Wong is alive. The old man is alive.
It's like the end of Jedi.
And the old man's like, hey, you need to do this to serve all mankind. You can't have sex anymore. You can't have children anymore. But you need to do this to serve. And he's like, you know what?
Now, was it no sex or no children? Because I know it was no
It
children.
seemed like no sex and no
I
children.
felt like it was just like, look, you ain't going to have kids, dude.
6 and 1/2 a dozen
But you
other,
could
right?
still plow ass.
It didn't seem like there was a lot of plowing going on. So Doctor Strange says, yep, you know what? I'll do it. And next thing you know, he's got a different robe on.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of lights, and there's a sunrise
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
Next thing you know, he goes through the whole metamorphosis. Then the next scene is that there's another staff meeting. Doctor Strange shows up late again. Claire is like waiting in the hallway for him.
Just chilling.
Yeah, and
Just chilling.
Yeah, and
We're
so
going to hang out and talk about my classes.
they start walking out. They go
Might
down the
give you a
elevator.
handy.
Yeah, they go down the elevator. They're walking around, and then all of a sudden you see a TV screen, and it's Morgan again.
Well,
and her name
Like
is
self-help style.
LaFay.
When
Yeah.
she was at
The
her
LaFay method.
when she passed out at her apartment earlier, and Morgan like took Strange to the underworld or whatever. Mm-hmm. From that point on, like she lost her memory. So when they went back down on the street, I felt like
It was the repeat of what happened.
she didn't remember that conversation.
But he
yeah,
did.
Yeah, the whole I'm not your patient anymore.
Right.
It's like
Let's
you
have
threw
dinner.
me for a loop.
So like Doctor
Like,
Strange,
wait a
is,
minute, didn't
I
we
feel like
just talk
Doctor Strange is
about
like I really want to have sex with her. I feel like if I recreate the conversation from earlier, I'll be back on track to be between her legs.
And
Yep.
that's basically what he is.
And
Yeah.
kudos.
Yeah, and he did it too. He said that they end up having that date again.
And
right?
they end up having sex.
They see
For sure.
They see Morgan Le Fay on TV talking about like
Yep.
the Le Fay method or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Very
that means.
Self-help.
To me, it was
Because
like
this was when
she was starting a
self-help was
cult.
blowing up.
She was starting a cult.
Cults, self-help.
But like, why was she allowed to go back to Earth? Why did she look like an old woman? You know, why was she there? It didn't make sense.
We don't have all the answers,
We
Jason.
could have found out if it turned into a show.
Oh boy, could we have ever?
Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Please remain seated as we are now crossing a zone of turbulence.
Now
So
I see how hard you work.
See, that was a lot, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
That's
a lot.
ton. Doctor Strange. They said, here's enough content to make a 2-hour film. Marvel's a popular thing. Let's go ahead and do that. But it stopped there. What was wrong with this film? What went wrong? Why didn't this keep going?
You want me to start?
Yeah.
It was mundane. Like it took forever to get. There were so many things for the setup of like the setting up a story, but the pace was so slow on this. I kept going. Okay, I've got it now. What's the next thing? What's the next thing?
Right.
And I was like having to wait for the show to catch up to my brain.
Exactly.
It was very methodical.
So it's too slow. Not enough action. They need to keep
That's
it
what
moving.
Molly says. Blake, you're too slow. There's not enough action.
Ace, you got any thoughts on why this didn't work?
I do. This is around the time that, and I will give Marvel this, and even shows today, they've been ahead of the curve in regards to media crossover. And they really, at this point in time, they were really trying to cross over, and they were specifically partnered with CBS, cartoons and live action wise. They picked the wrong character. They really did.
Doctor Strange?
They did. I mean, Doctor Strange is a great character, don't get me wrong.
Nerd.
And, yeah, don't worry about it. But if they handled it differently, it could have fit well with the 70s because Doctor Strange is very much a psychedelic character. But the problem is I mean, they hit their stride with Hulk. Let's not talk about the Spider-Man show. And they tried again with Captain America. Doctor Strange was yet another attempt to make like a CBS package with different shows and media representation. But like you said, it trudged along.
Yeah.
It was just like it's like
because
you were weighed down by
there's so
mud.
much backstory and there's so much
Yeah.
explanation of why this guy is the way he is. Why is he a superhero the way he is?
Yeah.
And it just like, to be honest with you, there was an hour of this show. That's what 133 minutes. An hour and 10 minutes of this was just getting up to the point where,
Yeah.
okay, this is how him getting his powers just now, and then, you know,
And he was entirely the wrong character to pick for a CBS primetime show. I mean, one, they made him a psychiatrist. Part of the drama with Stephen Strange is he is an arrogant surgeon who is great at what he does. He gets in an accident. His hands are fucked. So he goes on this quest to find the Ancient One to heal his hands.
this is nothing like that.
No, not at all.
I see the movie. Is the movie more like that?
The movie with Eggs Benedict Cumberbatch is way
Love
more
that for
closer. It's delicious. Is spot on
Oh, is it
for
really?
who the character Stephen Strange is. Arrogant, highfalutin, shit ton of money, fucking crass. I'm good at what I do. I'm wildly talented. Fuck you, whatever. And then tragedy strikes. Loses the one thing that in his mind makes him special. And then goes on a quest to recapture it. And now that's what leads him to the Ancient One or the original Sorcerer Supreme. And then finds this whole different quest. This whole fucking situation, beyond fucked up. Now, trying to distill it to middle America,
That's why they had to dumb it down.
yeah, they had to dumb it down. And looking at it through the lens of, let's make this work for primetime and have it kind of mirror a procedural and, as was popular at the time, a medical procedural, and having a little bit of a sci-fi fantasy angle, much like Kolchak the Night Stalker and Trapper John MD, all these other fucking shows that were going on around then. Can I have one of those mineral waters, by the way, if you don't mind? You know, that's why... That's what would have made it work in 1978 primetime, but making it work and connect with fans of the source material, bullshit. Bullshit.
What Ace
because
is saying is it drudged along.
it fucking trucked along, and like there were a lot of like you said, plot holes. Like, what's his fucking girl's name? What's the master's name? Like, there was a lot of fucking holes. Way too many holes.
Yes. Yeah, I say that it was probably a little slow myself.
Yeah.
And it could have, make it 45 minutes. It was like 95 minutes altogether. It was an hour and a half. It was too long.
That could have been a 60-minute pilot, by all means.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we start our descent, please make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position.
Ooh, this is interesting. Rotten Tomatoes has a score for this, oddly enough. 22% of the audience has liked it.
That's rough.
IMDb has a score. Out of 10, decimal points in play. Ace Fellows, what do you think the people scored at IMDb?
I would think most people would probably maybe hit this about a 6.4 to a 6.7.
Wow, that's right there. Philip Restisher?
Nerds will flock. They don't care whether it's good or not. They're like, ooh, Doctor Strange. They jerk off to the comic book. I'm going to say that viewers on IMDb thought this was a 6.5.
This is a 5.5. Ooh. A lot of exposition for the score you always give, too. That's funny. And that's from 1,200.
What? Are you kidding me?
Wait, there was a comma involved?
What's that?
Like, number of people rating this, there was a comma
This
involved.
is the biggest one we've ever done, right?
There's a comma.
Wow.
Probably so. Yeah, this is probably the biggest one
I'm
we've ever
shocked.
done. Critic reviews. Kieran Siach and Ellen Collins call it a bad film and suggest that it is the reason CBS did not pick up the series, saying it struggles under its origins and not much happens over the course of 90 minutes.
That's true.
Fair.
Mike Ryan finds the film boring and complained that the first 2/3 of the film play like a medical procedure, just like you said, fellas.
Yes.
Scott Biggs defends the film.
Scott Baio?
Scott Baio, Republican, and is apparently a sex offender, defends the film, but concedes it's slow-moving, lacking any sense of urgency, or indeed much going for the titular character, as Strange is a bit of a Gary Stu. I don't know what that means. He's instantly good at everything without even trying. Only fails once before miraculously being awesome immediately afterwards. And he's just generally an idiot. He's also barely there as a figure, which I'm not sure what that means.
That's a fair assessment.
Aaron Couch calls the film an ambitious shoot whose effects are campy by today's standards, but he describes the acting as wonderfully committed performances. Oh boy! And I tell you what, I'm not going to go through all of them. I'm going to read some of the headlines from viewer reviews. There's 25 fully written reviews on IMDb. The greatest superhero TV series ever made? Question mark.
No.
The pilot that suffers from its limitations. Good entertainment. This movie rocks. On balance, a great flick. Do you believe in evil, Doctor? Nice Marvel TV movie with the flair of the 70s. Excellent movie about a sorcerer's apprentice.
It's not a flair of the 70s. It was done in the 70s.
Hard.
It was done in the 70s. You can't have a flair of the 70s. If they would have done this in the 90s and it looked like that, it would be a flair of the 70s.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck you. Fuck you,
hard.
Logan San. Excellent movie about a sorcerer's apprentice. A decent attempt. Maybe Whedon or Raimi will ultimately fix this mess. Wonderful thriller in the 70s genre. I can't bow my head to any man and call him master. I believe in myself. I take responsibility for myself. Doctor Strange. That was the headline of that guy's article.
I like that. Wow.
The universe is love. That you shall have. What a stinker! Disappointing as an adaptation. Weak as a standalone film. What were they thinking? Surprisingly somewhat watchable bad TV movie. And lazy, tepid, tedious, and a wasted opportunity. Oh boy, that's what the people said.
Ooh, hot like wasabi.
The Pete's.
What are we gonna say about this?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to FCF Airport. Local time is 11:11 and the temperature is 69 degrees. For your safety and comfort, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captains turn off the fasten seatbelt sign.
Bing bong!
Bing bong.
Hello, ding dong. Hello, sir. Thank you. This is the end of the show. We've seen it. We've talked about it. Some would say talked about it too much. I would agree with that. But there's a lot here. There's a lot to take in, and now we have to pressure from time, create a diamond and shit it out. But what's it going to be? Is it going to be a garbage diamond, a number 1, or is it going to be the best you can get, number 7? Taken from the characters from the television program of the 1990s called Wings. 1 being the worst character, Roy Biggins, all the way up to number 7, the best character. His name is Brian Hackett. Ace Fellows, I turn to you. How do you rate Doctor Strange?
What's number-wise? What's the highest?
1 to 7. 7's the highest.
7. You know what? I'm gonna give it a 4.5 to a 5.
You can't give half.
I can't give halvesies.
No,
Well, you can, but it's really frowned upon.
Yeah, it's
really frowned upon.
Not cool.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 5.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm gonna give it a 5.
All right.
Okay.
Just like that.
Do I need to justify it?
No, you don't. You know, I mean, do you
can
feel like you need to justify it?
Well, I can qualify it. I don't need to justify it.
This is what I think. I think Ace gave it a 3, and then gave it a bump, 1 point for each of Jessica Walter's boobs.
Oh, God damn it! Yes.
Could be.
I give it certain bumps, being a product of its time, Jessica Walter's boobs, and trying to make that character work in prime time.
Yeah, you got to give him kudos for a shot at it. I guess.
So I mean, on a scale up to 7, I'll give it a 5. I'll give it a 5. They give it an honest college try.
We respect your score.
Captain Philip, rest assured, I turn ever so slightly from Ace Fellows over to you. How do you rate Doctor Strange?
I have watched a lot of pilots in my life.
You sure have. Over 120 at this point.
I've watched a handful of long pilots.
Yeah.
One of them being The Tribe.
Mm-hmm.
I really tried to pull out a Tribe card. I really did not want to watch this because it was so long and because Marvel nerdness, okay?
Yeah. Stop winking at me when you say nerdness. I don't take offense at this point.
I watched this all the way through. Got to give it a boob bump. Both girls, Claire and Morgan, had nice tatas. I understand what they were trying to do, but to me, I don't know a lot about superheroes, but I would think that Doctor Strange's backstory would be the hardest one to tell with the most detail. You know, like the Hulk. He spilled stuff on him. Or Spider-Man.
He spilled stuff on him.
Yeah.
Or like Iron Man. He spilled stuff on him. Right?
Or like Batman. His parents died. Right?
Yeah.
I think there was so much. God dang it. it took so long. This drug along. There was so much unnecessary stuff. With a boob bump, a 4.
4 with the bump. Okay.
That was high. That's on the high end.
I was surprised that you said that. Yeah, I was
end.
surprised. I wanted to give it a 4. I think I'm going to have to give it a 5, though. It felt a little long. It drug in some spots. This is a tough character to capture. Even modern day Marvel Universe, I have not seen the Doctor Strange film, but he doesn't seem like a popular enough character to warrant his
I never
own
heard of
films.
him before the movie came out.
I had
Marvel's Doctor Strange. I was like, I don't know who that is.
I had heard of the Black Panther and Ant-Man and Doctor Strange. I'd heard all those characters before.
I'm an Ant-Man.
Wow.
I'm an Ant-Man.
I love to stomp them. I magnify them.
They can carry their own weight times 100. A whole slice of watermelon. Only 7 ants could carry a whole slice of watermelon.
None of those 3 characters, to me, warrant their own film, but Marvel has found a way to do it.
Right.
So I guess I also give Marvel and the people at CBS kudos to attempting to pull that off. I thought most of the people were pretty decent in it. I have to give at least a partial bump for those 2. A beautiful babe bump is what it is. Those 2 girls were they had rocking bodies.
Gorgeous.
So sick. You know, even when Jessica Walters was an old woman at the end, she still had a rocking body.
Yeah.
Didn't try to hunch her over or anything.
It's all about the body, right?
My lord, it is.
Body pop. Body pop.
So I give it a 5. Ace gives it a 5. Captain Rest Assured gives it a 4. And with that, we close the book on Doctor Strange, and we'll never speak of that pilot again.
Nope.
Ever.
But join us next time, won't you please, when we watch the pilot episode of Venus on the Hard Drive. Here's a little something to wet your whistle. Venus is a sexy computer program designed to steal government secrets. When best friends Harry and Oz find her hiding in the final level of a video game, they let her stay with them. Hilarity ensues when she causes Harry and Pam to break up and gives Oz $90 million. You can find the entire episode by subscribing to Couch Pilots and Apple Podcasts, or your favorite podcast app of choice, and then simply click on one of our classically blue links in our show notes, or go to YouTube.
And you know what to do, too. Thank God.
Well, you're done with the motion, daily motion?
I'm not done, but, I mean, it is what it is.
You had problems with it.
I checked out all the commotion on this one.
That's curious to me that you were getting like ads and stuff on your daily motion. I don't get that at all. All right, you're clicking on the very same classically blue link that I sent you.
Yes.
Okay. What are you watching on your phone?
Yeah, I have to because I can't. There on the Roku. There's no Daily Motion app anymore. It's gone. I have to, and I can't. Yeah, so I have to watch it on my phone. So I sat in front of my phone for an hour. Almost 2 hours.
Oh, gooch.
Thank you. Fuck that goosh, right?
Yeah.
Goosh manoosh.
CouchPilotsPodcast.com. We are the epicenter of the internet. We're the dead center, the bullseye, the 50 points, you know, right in the middle.
Yeah, if you when you turn your computer on and you click on that internet browser, CouchPilotsPodcast.com should be your homepage.
It should. If it's not, then you have a problem. Mm-hmm. You might want to take your computer to a repair shop.
Download the Fireware.
If you go there, you can click on we have a ton of links there to our Facebook, our Instagram, our Twitter, our email. Yeah. All of our past episodes are there. They're all free. They're all you get keywords you can dump in if there's a pilot you're looking for. Have they done that pilot before? Boop, 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 beep.
Type in strange. This one will come up.
Yeah. Type in adventures in babysitting.
That's convenient.
Type in baffled. The very first one we did. It'll be on there.
You can type in patterns, and changing patterns will come up.
It absolutely will. You could also call us at 910-PILOTS-1. It's 910-745-6871. We had 3 voicemails today. That's incredible. We love that stuff.
We love the voicemails.
Be one of our frequent flyers and give us a call. And then also check out Patreon.com.
Patreon.com/CouchPods.
You go there if you want to donate to the show one time or make it a monthly thing. We provide this for free. If you enjoy it and you want to help the art of our podcast, stuff that we do here is not for free, but the show is. So give back if you can. That'd be great.
There's rewards. There's 4 different tiers of rewards. So you're going to give us a little bit of change, but we're giving you back something extraordinary.
Monetarily, we're not giving anything back, but of our time and efforts, and there are things exclusive and really cool things you can
didn't
do.
even agree to them.
The things I didn't even agree to that I've been forced into, manhandled, if you will. But that's fine. We really appreciate the people who follow us and contribute already on Patreon. And if you want to be one of those people, we would super duper appreciate that. And finally, and probably most importantly, tell a friend.
Yeah.
If you tell someone, word of mouth, person to person,
say something,
always
see
the most
something.
effective. What's that?
Say something, see something.
See something, say something.
Oh boy, Ace Fellows, how did we do today?
You know what? Here's what I'm gonna say, boys. I've been drinking since I was 11 years old.
Actually, can you take your headphones off for just 1 second?
Yeah, sure. Hold on. I gotta fucking do something anyways. Final checklist and what have you.
Sure.
I mean, it is my job.
Philip Rester, this guy is tore up, man.
Yeah.
He is fucking lit.
I say we let him drive.
I think we should probably just let him drive home. Well, of course, after he gives us the stamp of approval.
Right. Now, don't let him leave until he signs the okay for our license.
I'll make sure he signs it.
Okay.
All right, cool.
I'm peeing, boys. Hold on.
High five that shit.
Doing.
Nice. Good job. All right, this lever looks good. All right, sorry about that.
It's fine. It's fine. I had to vacate certain things. You know, here's what I'm going to say, gentlemen. One, I appreciate you being so goddamn friendly on this fucking flight.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I really do appreciate it. I mean,
and you said cunt, and we were still nice.
I know. God damn it. I felt like I was amongst my people. So, you know, here's the thing. Like, I've been working since I was 11 years old. I've been fucking drinking since I was fucking 12. It's the only way I can fucking function in this goddamn life, and I hope a fucking meteor or a bus fucking takes me out. So, that being said...
Before that happens, would you be able to sign this piece of paper?
You know what? Don't even worry about it, because hold on, we're going to get to that in just a second.
Yeah.
I'm going to... oh, that's some neat mineral water you have there. Why don't we have, like, a very small amount, you and I...
Yeah.
A very small amount of mineral water right now. Hold on. Give me your glass for mineral water.
Sure, yeah, whatever.
Hand it to me. Because I'm about to sign some things.
I was gonna say,
that's what's up.
There's my glass, and then here's a piece of paper and my quill.
Yeah. Don't worry. I got a fucking thing in my pocket because I'm fucking prepared.
Yeah, take your time. Whatever.
Been doing this for a while. Mm-hmm. So here's the thing. By the way, rest assured, you want some mineral water?
No, I'm not allowed to have mineral water.
That's fucking bullshit. But anyways.
No, it's for everybody's best interest.
You know what? Agree to disagree, but either way, I like you guys. Here's the deal. I've been looking for a reason to retire from this shit and lead a life of fucking leisure. So, you know what? If I'm going to have... like a final hurrah of like checking out a plane, doing shit, being all federal and what have you. I want this to be the one.
Yeah, and you say, give me
that goddamn piece of paper.
I don't. This is the last thing I'm gonna do. I want to sign a piece of paper. Yeah, I hear you, man. Here's a piece of paper.
Give it to me. I don't want the signing to be the last thing. Give it to me.
There you go.
All right, and rest assured, my pen's out of. Give it to me.
There you go.
All right.
Yes.
All right. So here's the deal.
Sign
you guys,
that. That'll teach him. Sign that piece of paper.
I'm gonna fucking learn them hard, like Baloo style. So you guys are good to go for quite a while.
Yeah.
You know, all I can ask is, because after this flight, I'm retiring. I'm done, Fed-wise. I just want to be able to fucking hang out, independently-wise.
Right.
Ace, free and easy.
Hand me that paper. You signed it?
Yeah, it's done.
Just hand it over here.
Take it. We're done. You're good to go. You're good to go for a while.
It's good.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Don't worry. I've overlooked a lot of things. I like you guys.
Yeah, we had a great time.
We had a damn good time. How about you raise up that mineral water? Surprisingly amber looking. We're gonna double with the hops. And
hey, you guys, to future flights, am I right?
To future flights. How about it? Raise up.
Hose
Bottom
out.
to top that shit.
Holy shit.
I may be quitting my federal job, but I'm not going to quit drinking because I'm pretty certain that the collective hangover, if I quit drinking, would just kill me instantly. So I have to keep this fucking crazy
hair of the
train
dog,
rolling.
right?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Mm-hmm.
All day, every day.
Amen
So,
to that.
gentlemen, I just want to thank you for, one, being welcoming, two, catering to my fucking geekiness, and giving me
What about the grilled cheese in the captain's lounge?
grilled cheese. I'm about to beat that shit up with my face.
You want to thank us for that?
Well, yeah. Thanking you in advance.
Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate you. Appreciate you. Hold on.
Are we crossing over here?
Gonna do it
Is this
again.
a crossover?
I don't know.
Wait, are we crossing over? Is that what we're doing? Are we going John Edwards right now? Hashtag appreciate you. Not gonna lie to you, pretty fucking drunk. Fucking cutie honey might be a little pissed off, but then again, she's on a lot of fucking painkillers, so I don't think she's gonna fucking notice as long as I give her ice cream when I get home.
And with that,
This
pilot may have been rough
Ugh.
for some more than others. But it's always a smooth flight here on Couch Pilots. Thanks, Ace. We'll see you next time.
Hey, you goddamn right.
Hold on, do I get to say something?
No.
Yes.
On behalf
Say
of
it.
our pilots and the entire
you do not.
crew, we'd like to thank you for joining us on this trip, and we are looking forward to seeing you on board again in the near future. Have a nice day.